It's ready.
Oh, I should probably get a drink.
So first off, when we start, do we want a recap of last session?
All I remember is one-handing a submachine gun and shooting someone.
Yeah, it was a lot of fighting. I mean, basically, all we really did last session was you met up to go on your hunt for dinos.
I brought a crackhead with me.
Yeah,
Oh
Billy,
yeah.
Billy bought Nick Shakes the crackhead.
I was
Shelley,
gonna throw him outside the bus.
well, we'll find out what happened to him in a second. Also,
There was an
before-
ethics discussion on the topics of dino riding. A pretty long
This is
one.
true,
Oh yeah,
yes.
my
Quite
character
aggressive
fucking
one.
hates dinosaurs. That's right.
Yeah.
My character basically hates horse-like creatures, as
Yeah.
they should.
Just to go in order of my notes, otherwise I'm we're jumping around. It's going to get really confusing for me. Well, we found out that we Doc met Shandy Bang Bangs, who was a waitress. She did not seem to like Doc very much. Then
Hello.
basically, Shelley confronted
I'm awake.
a young woman called Suki, who was possibly trying to steal out of a bus. We met Nick, who's tagged along on the orders of or request of Anton the Meat Man. And then you went out, and a bunch of stuff happened. Mostly, you saw an attack by the Dino Riders on what looked like a big armored truck with two people defending it, and you went to sort of go and see what was going on. Got attacked by Dino Riders, fought off a bunch of Dino Riders, and that's pretty much where we left off. With you having killed a bunch of them, and the rest have scattered. So, firstly, before we do anything else, at the end of every session, but we're doing this, we seem to be doing this at the beginning of every session because I keep forgetting at the end of the session. We need to do history, so you all get to increase your HX score with one person.
I don't really remember the last session enough to.
With one person?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You pick one person and you increase your HX with them by one. If if that takes you to a +4, do let me know.
Yeah, my highest are +3.
Yeah, my highest is also +3.
If you're adding a point though now, does that take it to +3? Is that what you're saying?
No. I had a +3. I am doing a +1 to Midnight, since Midnight saved me when my arm was grabbed last session.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the safe one and also do mid. But that does bring me to a +4.
Okay. I'll deal with that in a second.
I'm going to give the +1 to Doc.
Mm-hmm.
I gave mine to Shelly because she agreed with my plan of, not really caring about the survivors because we're not getting
Yeah,
paid for
fuck
them
'em.
anyway.
Yeah. I guess I'll get +1 too because they agreed with me as well. It just sort of the same brain moment.
So if that takes any of you to +4, what you're actually going to do is change that now to 0 with that person, and then you're going to mark a point of experience.
Oh.
Hold on, real quick. The person, I totally forgot their character's name. I think it was Merc.
I mean,
Billy.
what, Billy?
Yeah. Okay, I just need to remember what their name was so I can write them down on my little hex sheet.
I mean, you called me something else, but it's Billy.
I called you. I think I called you something like in French. And I don't even remember what it
Yeah,
was.
something akin
I think
to
it was
frog
frog
in French.
in
yeah,
French.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
So with that, I don't think anyone has actually filled their full XP out yet, have they?
I only had to roll twice this entire game, so no.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty close.
I know.
I need to fuck up.
I mean, hey, both of those
Has-
times gave me XP. I'll give it that.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's been a slow start. Like, I know we're on like session 4 technically, but like,
Nah, it's fine. It's slow stuff. I don't really
we
care
we've
about
been
that.
moving. We have been moving slowly, and
Yeah.
so.
We keep canceling like they were like bi-weekly basically.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm here to talk and do stuff like a dum dum. So I don't
Alright.
mind slow or fast.
Okay. So is everyone ready to go? I think that's all we're gonna do for start. We don't need to do any other bookkeeping. So yeah, as I said, we've had this huge fight. During the fight, Shelley, you drove the bus into the overturned truck.
My
Um,
buzz.
And you just finished dispatching one of the last of the dino riders. So a couple of things happen all at once at this moment. I forgot, by the way, Doc, you were out cold
Yeah.
at the end of last session. You're sort of starting to come around right now as the fight is over. You're on the floor of the bus.
Well,
Feeling presumably a little bit worse for wear. I think, Billy, you were at the back of the bus. You just saved Hope from being eviscerated by a raptor.
Oh yeah, and I lost my knife.
Yeah, and you lost your knife. And Midnight, I think you were still in the bus, as far as I know.
Yes, I was in the bus watching over Doc because they got knocked out.
So, Shelley, I think you were obviously in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
You just you just dispatched a guy who was trying to get through your windshield.
Important question: is my windshield fucked up?
Not that bad. He didn't actually
Okay,
get through it.
My character would be so mad because of how hard a windshield would be to replace.
Yeah.
He'd be like, you motherfucker. No, she's.
I think it's got like a scratch on it.
It probably. It's like a couple.
I
at
don't
this
think it's
point.
like actually damage.
All right.
So, yeah. So as the few remaining dino riders that there were fled, Shelley, you hear the cock of a shotgun.
I'm just gonna let out a deep sigh.
Yeah.
She's still holding her SMG. So.
Yeah. But someone
she's-
sort of this person has snuck round you.
I'm not gonna look to them because that's a dumb idea. I'm not gonna let go, my god, but I'm just gonna raise it up in the air as I'm sort of raising both my hands up. I'm gonna say this very loudly so everyone in the bus can hear me. Like, hey, what's going on, shotgun guy?
Yeah. Okay. So as you say that,
Shotgun
though,
is- I gotta-
as you say that, Billy, at the back of the bus, you've just, saved Hope, and you look up, and you see one of the Dino Riders is fleeing.
Mm-hmm.
On the back of his Dino is a trussed up Nick Shakes.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Oh fuck.
Oh
And he
no!
lit-
How
and he's gonna-
horrible!
He's going to look in your eyes, there's that moment as the Dino Rider crests the hill, like Nick Shakes directly looks at you, Billy, with a pleading look of "Please save me."
Do I get to go?
No. I'm gonna give. I'm just gonna. I just wanted to sort of set that scene, right?
All right.
So, okay. So Shelley, yeah, you
Good.
hear there's the shotgun cock.
Infection is
you,
gone.
You say that, and you see this
Infection is
guy. I
gone.
don't know if did this guy come up?
It hasn't come up yet.
It just had.
Hey, there we go.
There you go. You see this guy. And he says, now, let's just all keep our cool, okay?
I'm cool, man. I'm cool. You know me. And she's going to she's gonna still have her hands up, but she's gonna like put her finger off the trigger, like visibly, and she says, I'm gonna bring my gun in my car now. I'm gonna take the magazine out of my gun. Is that alright?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
He's watching you, yeah, and he's
Yeah.
obviously sort of side-eyeing everyone else. Does anyone else do anything when Shelly does that, or do you all?
Yeah,
Stay
I'll
still.
I'll look to Midnight and I'll say, Nick looks a little different. I still feeling a bit woozy. He's
Yeah,
mistaking.
he
he's
got
mistaking
knocked
ramen
out.
for Nick.
Yeah.
Is anyone
That's not
is-
Nick.
is anyone still like around the bus, or like it is this guy is with a shotgun is the
Yeah.
only one that he is around, or are there other people?
Aha! Are you trying to look for another person or people?
I will say the next. I will. It's not that I'm looking everywhere, because currently my eyes are basically out of the door. Correct? Because I'm looking at
Yeah.
Crack Boy, and and I see him. So my question is, do I see anyone else in
Well,
the cone that is outside of the door?
Normally, I would push you to basically read a situation.
I
here.
mean, fuck, I'll do it. Fuck it. I can go
Because-
even further. Technically, I can open up
Even
my mind
further beyond.
into that and the thing. Wait, is this considered a
we're sort of out of combat, I would say at this point.
So it's not
like,
about. Okay.
This
No,
is more of a charge situation. Like
Alright, so
things
just-
are a bit tense.
So
Yeah.
just read a sitch.
Yeah, I would roll sharp.
All right, let me click your thingy. 1 sec. It's sharp.
Oh. Well, you can ask one of these questions.
Let's see. Fuck. The second to last question is a bit misleading. Fuck. I guess the third to last. What should I be on the lookout for? If you answer shotgun, shotgun guy. I'm
No, no, no.
mad.
As you so you sort of like you turn to like look around, and I will answer your question by as you turn to look around, a shot rings out from somewhere. You don't actually see where it is, but it sounds like a very high-powered gun.
Is it
And
a shot that hits like the bus, or just a shot somewhere?
yeah, it like zips right past your ear, like it's like a warning shot. Like as you move, like like right past your ear, it clangs into like the metal of the bus.
Hmm.
Can I assume that Shelly could hear that gunshot?
Oh yeah, everyone hears that.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a like some sort of high-powered rifle.
Shelly's gonna say like, "Please don't shoot my bus."
Yeah, okay. Yeah. My
I'm like-
colleague ain't gonna do that unless
Are
you give me
there any
trouble.
dinosaurs near us? that can be
There,
me, or are these just people? Or a person? Sans
There's-
dinosaur.
but there's no. This guy is not. Doesn't look like one of the Dino Riders.
Okay.
You've sort of seen this guy before when you had your vision of the people who were defending the truck.
Okay.
So this is one of them that you saw. You saw two people. You don't know where the other person is right now, but like they're obviously somewhere in the tree line with a rifle.
Yeah. So
Now-
my character's. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna say that my character was just bringing their gun and into the bus and taking the magazine out, and they are. I don't know if this guy would notice, but they didn't chamber the gun, so it still technically has a bullet in it.
Okay.
I think that's how SMGs work. I might just be wrong.
It's fine. Like, I
pretty
think
sure.
Fantasy, it's fine.
Well, it'll be funny if that isn't how it works, and if I try to shoot them, it's just click.
I
Well, I
mean,
think
yeah,
he's-
you have to chamber a bullet in any automatic weapon.
Yeah.
okay. So is anyone else gonna try to do anything, or are you gonna let this guy speak?
I'm going to try and convince him to put his gun down. Now,
Okay.
dear, we are clearly not in control of this situation. Some of us are injured, and we just killed a lot of people. We do not want to add our bodies to that list. Please lower your gun slightly.
Okay. I'd like to roll to seduce or manipulate someone in this case.
Yeah, and I
I
get to
know.
roll weird.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Whoa. Hey. Nice. All right. Well, yeah. So, what's the? I mean, you gave him a reason that you're not like a danger to him, right?
Yeah, we're not looking to die.
Okay. Yeah. So I think he would lower his shotgun at that and sort of okay. Sorry guys. High tension.
Very loud, yes.
Do you mind if I look over at you, Mister? She's gonna like fish for a name.
I fucked up.
You can call me Ramen.
Excellent. I'm Shelly, and she's gonna
Okay,
look
and-
over at the person now.
Okay. Hi guys. Hi everyone. Just Annie shouts
Hey,
into the tree line.
Yeah, Meat Boy is gone. Just
That's fine. Everyone just stay in the bus, cause I mean you'll know what will happen.
sorry,
Let me deal with the talking.
So yeah, sorry. As everything sort of comes down, you hear him shout for Annie, and we get this person who comes down from the tree line holding what looks like a high-powered sniper rifle, and she sort of, she looks a bit wary still, but they both seem to, obviously be aware that they were in a bad situation, and now you've turned up. This might help things out. So, yeah, Roman will sort of like look over you all, try to work out like, so who's in charge here? Is that you,
I own the
Grandma?
bus.
Oh,
The driver of the bus, dear.
No, I literally own it.
okay. Well, were you looking for us, or is this one of them, just moments of luck in a shit-ass luckless world?
who are you?
It- She just kind of looked back at Billy, like, you know what? Yeah, who are you?
Yeah. The innocent question from the babe in the back.
Well, shit.
I can start with who I am if that makes you comfortable.
Sure.
I am Shella Gasket. I am a machine whisperer from the Merc, which is a bit of ways here.
Yeah, I think I heard of that.
Yeah, near the old plants, or whatever the fuck they're called. Anyways, I came here to hunt for dinosaurs.
Wait, wait.
Uh,
So you all came from the Merc?
no, no. We came from Upper All, the mall.
Oh shit. Okay, okay. Oh well, that makes
Yeah.
things easier then.
Yeah, are you guys from Upper All?
No, 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 no. Me and Annie here, and as he talks, he sort of he holds up like he's got like a gold chain on his wrist that has a little like it's got some stylized markings on it, like some Zs. And Granny, you would recognize this because you had a vision of the Golden Grand Hotel and the man named Zaibatsu who rules over it. And you would recognize that Annie and Ramen are obviously part of his gang or his settlement. And yeah, so Ramen would, yeah, we're part of Zaibatsu's crew. We was actually bringing a delivery for old Smet. Don't know how we're gonna get it all there now. Shit.
Well, I can look at your engine.
The issue ain't so much the engine as the overturned nature.
I mean, yeah, but you know what? I didn't actually think of that, to be honest. But I can offer you sort of like a deal. I'm looking for specialty parts. So if you happen to have anything in that shipment, I'll just take like one thing and I'll help you with your car. Or you can even borrow my car. I mean, I'll be driving, but
Well,
you can
that's
borrow
not really the. Hey. Well, get out. Come on, I'll show you.
it. All right. She's
Billy
gonna open the door.
raises his hand to ask a
Okay.
question.
All right.
That's
In the
it.
school bus, he raises his hand.
Manners.
Can my friends come outside the bus as well?
Yeah, sure.
All right. And she's gonna
Grandma
like
will,
snap her fingers and point towards the back door.
Midnight, how's my hair? Is it all right? I feel rather unceremoniously.
It's good enough. We can fix it when we get back to town. There's nothing we can do out here.
Well, you fine. All right, let's just follow them.
Billy just basically asks,
So wait, so you're not the Dino Riders? Why just go away? Why just?
We'll go after him later. Promise me.
I had a good shot. Come here.
Billy, think of it like this: if you shot that gun, they probably would have shot me
But why? They're not even friends with the
because they're
dinos.
freaked out.
Why? I wasn't
I
gonna
can't
shoot them.
explain
I was
the
gonna shoot the.
complexities
I was
of-
gonna shoot someone outside.
But they might not have known that, dear.
I mean, they started shooting for me looking around. It's like, I don't know. It seemed kind of, unhinged.
It's a safety thing.
Part of
All
me
right.
believes that if they wanted to hit you, they would have. I
She's gonna
think it was
step
a
outside.
warning.
She's gonna
As
step outside.
Granny starts
Yeah.
like fidgeting with her arm.
So Ramen would take you all sort of to the overturned truck, and like he'd open up the doors, and you would see that it is full of mostly wheat, box crates of vegetables, and what looks like booze.
Damn, I was hoping. Well, I guess I don't know why I assume y'all would have any.
Yeah, we trade with Smat.
Yeah.
Mostly we grow this stuff back at the Golden Grand. Distill the booze, and Smat, he provides us with ammo and
She's gonna blink and she's gonna look at like, y'all are growing crops in a building?
Well, I mean, we got like it's a big building, and there's some connected buildings. The rooftops
Oh.
as well.
I've never seen that before. Anyways, y'all got a rope?
Hmm. Well, what
Like
do you
a
think?
chain, maybe? Well, my thinking is either one, if you have a rope, I could maybe see if Billy wants to give a shot at just manually pulling the truck onto its, flat ground. Or I could hook up the front of the truck to the back of my bus and see if I can maneuver the truck onto being flat.
Okay. Well, I don't think we. Wait, we might have a chain. Let me look. Annie, you're the driver. So yeah. Annie would get up and go into the cabin as best she can, and she'd come out with a chain that could be used for that purpose. So I just to be clear, you are going to try and get the truck back up, right? If you
Yeah.
can. And how are you going to do that? By
Uh,
using your bus?
Yeah, basically, it's just to I probably have to reposition the bus a bit, but the idea is to basically just pull it on one side of the vehicle to where it will just flip back over.
Does your bus have a winch on it?
Oh, I didn't actually think about that.
Because if it did, you could like cable it to the top
Yeah,
somehow,
I
and then
don't
just
think
try and pull it backwards to.
I don't think my bus would have a winch on it. This seems like a specialty thing.
It is, but so I will give. So here's my thought. Like you have a workshop.
Yeah.
You could probably improvise a solution here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to work on something I think will help.
But
Uh,
so the general thing I will say is that it's going to take time.
yeah,
So it's not going to be an instantaneous thing. So if you want to do that, obviously you're going to be dedicated to doing that for a period of time. Everybody else in the party, it's up to you whether you either help Shelly, which may reduce the time, or decide to do something else.
yeah. She's gonna tell first of all Ramen, and Annie that she's like, I think I could whip something up. I have a workshop in the back of my bus, but it's gonna take a lot of time, which means we'll have to camp here, which isn't the best, but with your rifle and people keeping a watch out, it probably won't be that bad if I work quick.
Yeah, I can do that. And me and Annie can, well, Annie can definitely keep a watch out with a rifle.
Excellent. I'm going to work on something then. And she's sort of gonna open the side door to the bus, and she's gonna start working on something.
Okay. Is there anything you rest of you are going to do whilst this is happening?
Billy's just waiting for instructions. He's like, his job was to deal with dinos. Dinos gone. He's just staring at the grass.
I will point out there are some dead dinos around.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be, Crack Boy who's gonna skin him. That was the that was the setup.
Okay.
I mean,
you could just bring the whole dino back.
Yeah. Just straight up, you could just put him on top of my bus. It probably
I was
work.
gonna say Slab's bus. This boy can fit so many dead dinos.
I mean,
Bus.
it barely
I mean, it-
fit us.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can maybe fit like a few dinos on top.
Yeah.
A few? Jeez.
On top, I
like,
don't know. I don't know.
I
if
mean, the
Billy could-
Raptors. It
Just
probably
tie him
can't
to
fit
the
a
roof like a Christmas
Stegosaurus.
tree. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Also,
Right, or like an
I don't
elk.
know if Billy would be able to actually, carry a dino to the bus. All things considered, yeah, he's a
I mean, you'd
huge
probably need
lad,
help,
but come
yeah.
on.
Doc will offer his help.
Yeah, it would be at least a 2 to 3 man job.
Yeah.
If you-
I'd like to
you
ask
are going
Doc.
to do, then yeah.
If he could patch me up a little.
What's your harm at?
3.
Oh, yeah.
So it's at 9 on the clock.
Yeah, I can absolutely do that. Okay. So this is the first time I'm going to be doing this.
Yeah.
So,
I will point out to do this is something like healing to me. It's not just a quick patch up job at 9 o'clock. Like it's going to take a little bit of time as well. So as if you want to do this, you can't help Billy if he's doing something else. If that makes
gotcha.
sense.
Yeah.
I will
And we
attempt
did-
to give Billy help.
Okay.
Granny
Well,
will
let's
either way.
let's deal with the healing first.
Yeah.
Because I would assume you would do that first. So your stabilization is someone at 9 or past. You would need to roll plus the stock that you're spending from your kit.
Okay. I will
So-
spend. Ooh. What? When does life become untenable?
Like past. It's like at
I know it's not 9.
untenable means like you filled up the bar basically.
Untenable's at 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So okay. So when you're at 9, there's still 3 pips to go. So you're halfway there. Okay, got you.
Yeah. So if you look at the angel move,
No, I am. I am. I just wanted the context so that I knew how much I should be spending and how
Right.
much I shouldn't.
well, in terms of the stock spent is basically you're spending it to make your roll better. Is
No,
the
I
way that it
understand.
works on this, so yeah.
So I will spend 2 stock because it's midnight. And
Mhm.
so it's rolled 2d6 plus 2.
Yeah. Ooh. That's a miss. Is it not? Oh wait. Oh no, because it's plus 2. It's 8. It's not. Sorry, I'm looking at the roll
Yeah.
total.
So that's
So 1. So they stabilize. They heal to 6.
yep. And I will do the clever one where they respond very well to treat. When are you not going to pick this one? Okay, recover 1 of the stock you spent.
I mean, the thing about this game is it's more about like role play than it is
Yeah,
about,
but, like-
maxing. But
Gotta keep them.
I mean, I understand it for if you're doing it for PCs, like maybe you choose that one. I mean, you can also like one of the options gives you experience, which is fucking great.
Interesting.
It's up to you, like because
Alright.
you can always get stuck back other ways. But yeah. Okay, no problem. So
Maybe I'll do the experience one. I think that brings me up to a full bar of experience.
Okay, nice. We'll probably deal with level ups like either at the end of this session or the beginning of next. So
Gotcha.
basically, just mark that you have experience somewhere, and then like wipe, so that you started to fill up the pips again, basically.
Whenever you heal another player's character's harm, you get +1 HX with them.
I was just about to say that as well. Yes, you do.
Cool.
So,
I
yeah.
shall remember this for the future.
So yeah, increase your HX with midnight by 1 as well.
So we're at 1 now.
Yeah, because you reset. Okay. So yeah, so midnight is I mean you're stabilized, you're at 6. So you will you'll basically go you'll heal over time basically. So it won't happen straight away, but you will go back down. So nobody else was, I think everybody else had just 1 or 2 damage on them.
Yeah, I took a single point of harm.
I don't think I got damaged at all because of my armor.
Yeah. Okay, so Billy, what are you doing? Are you gonna try and get a dino?
I mean, yeah. Seeing that there's not much to do, I'll go and try like carry a corpse back to to the bus.
Drag it behind you.
Also, yeah, I also didn't get any damage. Apparently.
Oh, nice.
Neat.
Good. Okay, do you just go and are you gonna go and get one of the raptors? You're not gonna try and coral the
I'll-
Stegosaurus?
I'll start with whatever closest, be it logical or not.
Well, I mean, there's a raptor just by the back of the bus that you killed with a knife. So I would assume that's the closest, probably.
Alright, then yeah, I'll go deal with that one. Do I need to roll something or do I just kick it?
No, I'm just gonna say that there's no reason that there would make any sense to roll for this. It's just a question of whether you're choosing to do it or not.
I'm going to be assisting Billy.
Okay, I'm going to assume that Billy, being Billy, would not notice this, but Granny, you absolutely would notice this. As you get to look at the dino, you would notice that amongst as I said, as I pointed out, the dinos are armored, with rudimentary armor of a sort. But one thing you immediately notice when you actually go to look at the dinos is that all of them that you can see, the corpses have what looks like some kind of collar on them, and this collar looks a lot more high tech. It's not just a piece of metal. It's some sort of old world technology.
Can I remove it? Or can I... Yeah, I want to try and remove it if possible.
Okay. I think you'd sort of fiddle around with it, and eventually you'd probably just you'd find some sort of latch, and it would unlatch and come off.
Okay.
But you don't have any clue what this is.
Yeah, I'm going to take it and store it in my pocket.
Okay. So is there anything else that anyone would like to do while Shelley is figuring out the solution to all of this?
I'll just gather what I can and basically and wait for further action since we are basically grounded at the moment. Oh, and I would say that considering the situation, Billy is like at the ready in case something like happens.
Okay. Anybody else would like to do something? Bear in mind, like do something that involves you can talk to other player characters, or whether you want to talk to Roman or Annie.
I suppose while I'm healing Midnight, I will. I'll talk for a moment. I'll say, I was a bit out of it for a little while there, and it seems like we made a couple new friends. Or are we their hostages? I'm not quite clear on the situation.
Well, if we were hostages, they would have taken our weapons, so...
Friendly for now.
All right, well, do they have anything we can use? They said something about booze and things like that. I wonder if they have any supplies that we might be able to pilfer before it returns to the dickhead up top.
I don't know. I think that would be noticed pretty quickly.
How many of them are there?
2.
Just 2?
Well, I mean, presumably that's all we've seen.
Well, all right then. I'll keep an eye out, and I think at some point we're going to have to find the butcher boy, aren't we?
I mean, we don't have to.
Well, we can't just...
People go missing all the time.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yes,
look
but
at...
since he was very clearly seen with us,
Yeah.
returning without him.
I mean, the larger issue really is that when we get back, we're going to get less money because we're taking all these bones and nonsense. I mean, we're just throwing dinosaurs on top of the truck. We got to cut them up before we put them on. You know what I'm saying?
No, the preparation falls to the butchers.
Well, he's the meat boy. Isn't that what he does?
He's a meat boy.
I mean, Anton sent them to to do this thing. Yeah, I'll be real. He was kind of like twitchy, but it seemed like a standard boy.
I'd like to offer a counterpoint that they smelled weird and made my bus smell weird.
And we don't even know where he is.
Was that him or was the bus already like that?
I mean,
I take extreme offense to that question. And you
And
and
she is
privileges
okay with it.
removed.
look,
My
it's not going
character
to.
friends to remove their chair privileges.
It's not going to smell better when we put dinosaur meat inside. All right, so it's not like he can make it
the
smell
meat's
worse.
on top, not inside.
What, like?
I do.
So
think
we're
we
just
should-
Flintstoning it with a giant like rack of meat on the top of the car.
No, we've got
Yeah,
the
pretty
entire
much.
dinosaur like a Christmas tree.
Yeah. I mean,
I will say, smell aside, I do not like the idea of just leaving him out there to be butchered.
oh,
We
he's
don't
probably
even know
already
where
dead.
he is.
I mean, we could try and track him. That's something that I know how to do very well. Cue him failing at tracking.
Get ready.
It's all about confidence.
But I
I
just
mean-
don't want to go to to the boss man, and he's gonna say, "Oi, where's that guy I sent with you?" And I don't know.
He got
Just-
killed by the Dino Riders. It happens.
Shit happens.
But I'm not sure if he's dead.
And then what happens
If he isn't
happens
now,
to
he
show
will be.
up?
Okay. My character's gonna sort of turn around from where she's working, and she's gonna say, "Okay, genuinely, I want to find where the Dino Riders base are.
Yeah. Yep.
Not to save them. I actually want to steal all their shit, and kill all of them.
Well,
But
those could go hand in
if we
hand.
could also rescue
we
that guy,
Could also
we
get
would
some
probably
dinosaurs to
get
ride.
bonus money.
That would just make sure that he's dead, and then it's not lying.
Yeah, we can bring his body.
That's all. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we
I-
could
if-
carry
if
his
he's
body
dead.
on like one of their dinosaurs. We could just ride it right back.
We could put him in like a cardboard box and say it's like a funeral.
If he's dead, yeah, you can crumple him up real small.
Just lay his body to rest on the tail of one of those dinosaurs and ride it on back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, then you have to drag the dino. That's a bit like double.
Well,
the
I
work.
mean, if that's only if the dinosaur is dead, if it's alive, and we
Are you
can-
gonna
Getting
try and
lost
eat?
in the weeds of the details?
Are
here.
you going to try and eat the live dino? I don't think it's gonna work
No,
out.
I'm just
good for
saying
you.
we could ride the dinosaur.
I will say, as much as I want to try and help this man, maybe returning to town and getting better supplies or help could be useful. And she's gonna pull out the collar that was on the dinosaur. This is extremely advanced old world tech, and it makes me wonder what else they might have that we might not be equipped to deal with.
Hold on. My character's gonna look at the collar like they have that.
It was on each of the dinosaurs.
We have to find these dinosaur riders.
I agree.
I'm fully committed to finding these people now.
I need one of those collars.
I want to know
For
if they
what?
have a Tin Man. Y'all ever seen a Tin Man?
What?
What's a Tin Man?
I saw one that sang once.
It's a human that's made out of metal. They say that if you take their brains out, you can put them in machines to make them work better. I really want to find a Tin Man.
I don't even know how I'd start to try and fix a Tin Man. That's
I don't know
ridiculous. A human
Probably with oil
with
maybe
oil.
and duct tape.
I heard they eat these things called batteries, and that's how they keep alive. But then again, I've also heard that they don't need to eat, so it's sort of
So wait-
contradictory.
Yeah, which one is it?
I don't know. I never seen one. I've only seen like dead ones in the ruins afterwards.
So did they die because they didn't eat or because they ate?
No, I think they just try to fight everyone and they lost.
Did they
That's
look
my
hungry?
guess.
And they're
No, they just look rusted out. They look like skeletons.
well, maybe that's what they look like. when
Wait,
they're
what?
hungry.
Maybe.
What do you mean look like skeletons? I thought they made of
They look
metal.
like metal skeletons. I don't know what else to
But if you
specify.
if you make of metal, why you need skeleton?
You
Look, I
know,
feel like we're getting lost in the weeds here. All right, we got to find a course of action.
I don't see much weeds here, but to get lost,
Okay,
but
but it's
sure.
like, okay, but Billy, cars have skeletons called a chassis. It's the same thing with 10 men.
Doc is gonna wander off after healing him to try and look for tracks, just in case that's
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna-
course we
Billy-
want to take.
Billy is once again like has that 1,000 yard stare, contemplating all the info he just got, in his head.
It's just the loading.
Yeah, he didn't overload it. Give him
A
a sec.
slightly pained look on his face.
Just
Brain
slow
latency
blink.
is hitting.
One eye blinks and then the other blinks.
Yeah. So, Doc, you're going to sort of see if you can see tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you sort of you wander around a bit. Like, I assume Billy sort of points to where like he saw Nick being dragged off.
In the
Where were they,
direction,
boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Uh,
would.
like that way. Actually, no, wait.
He goes back into the bus, stands exactly where he stood, and points forward where he's seen him, and only then says,
Yeah, that way.
What?
he had to.
Yeah.
He had to be sure. He had to make sure that was the exact direction.
So, yeah, I think you do a little bit of investigation. You'd sort of realize that wherever they've gone, it looks like they headed sort of west from your position.
And that's not in the direction of the town that the two that any animosity and the other guy are from?
I don't know whether you would know where the Golden Grand is, but I mean, you could
I'll
ask
ask them.
them.
I'll
You'd
say,
yeah.
I got a question for you. Those gentlemen with the dinosaur appeared to be heading out west in that direction. Is that where you're coming from, or?
Golden Grand's more northwards.
More towards the north. I got you. All right. So and where we came from is not towards the west either.
No, you came from the south of here.
Do you know anything about what would be out west?
She shrugs her shoulders. As far as I know, there's no settlements out there.
Is it buildings? Is it tundra? Is it? I mean, darling, tell me it's not desert. I swear to God.
So I think she sort of look. Well, I've heard some rumors. There's supposed to be. I mean, these guys have only just started appearing. I've not encountered them before, but I heard rumors. There's something out there, a settlement for sure. But no, I don't know what it's like.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we would be heading out into the unknown if we were to follow. It is out west, and we could get the tech and maybe a dinosaur to ride. That's all I'm saying. But it would be an interesting adventure, but I don't know if the dinosaur meat would expire. Problem.
I don't own a fridge, so yeah, it probably would.
Also,
Do you
it would,
have ice?
Who are you asking that to? Doc.
She was just asking Doc, as sarcastically, do you have
Oh.
ice? I'll go get a metal box. And put some ice in it."
Doc looks at you and then looks behind his shoulder like you're talking to someone else. Like he's like, "What are you talking about?"
All right, never mind. I'm going back to work. I keep getting distracted.
Plus, I think it would look good if we came back with this bus. You know what I'm saying? It might open up some doors for us towards the upper levels. If that's what you're interested in. I mean, it would give us access to maybe new materials, things like that.
Are you suggesting to sell my bus, or are you just saying it'll look impressive?
No, I mean, no. I mean, when we go back with these guys, because these guys have the supplies, right?
Oh, I get you. All right, I'm a little paranoid right now. Sorry.
I'm not trying to take your bus, Annie.
That's not my name, but all right.
Jelly, god damn it.
No, that's cool. It's just another woman. You know, it's whatever.
Well,
She's just
there's
gonna
a
sort of grumble to herself as she goes back to work. She's like, she's got shit to do.
Granny. What do you think of all this? What do you think we should be doing? Because I'll do what you tell. I'll do what you tell us to do, Granny.
Well, I'm of two minds. I think that going and rescuing the smelly man, forgot his name.
Crack boy.
Nick.
Yes,
Meth man.
that one.
Method man.
I think that should be priority, but also getting these supplies back to Uberal is also extremely important and could, as you said, open doors for us later down the line. I don't necessarily think there is a wrong or right choice here.
Well, all right then. What do you all say to leaving it up to the flip of a coin?
Or we could vote. You ever heard of voting? Waster?
I agree with Shelley.
I mean, we could gamble about it. I'm just saying, flip of the coin.
She's gonna like seriously like squint at him. Like, do you not know what voting is?
That just tells me you don't want to be responsible for a decision.
I mean, we just
I mean,
gamble.
that's fine. You can just say no vote or anonymously vote.
All right. Voting it is. He'll take out his coin.
Nice.
All right, I vote we take the supplies back and then we go out and find those Dino Riders.
I agree with Shelley.
I'm also on bringing the supplies back first.
Hey, I have a question first. So let's say we bring the supplies first, and we take like the few dinos that we got, we bring them to Anton. He's gonna ask, "Hey, where's my boy?" What to say then?
I'll
We
talk
got
to him.
carried off. We wanted to make sure the meat got back before it expired.
That he got carried off and we simply needed to regroup, and we are
He-
going back out to get him.
He looks at the both of you and
Now you see, there's just like two different stories, and now I'm even more confused. Yeah, if someone else talks to him, like I'm fine with bringing back the supplies. I just don't want to make him angry.
Billy, if he made you angry, I'd shoot him. Don't worry about that.
No, what do you mean shoot him? What am I going to
No.
eat then?
I don't want you upset. I'm sorry. I'm not good at wording things.
No, it's not me that's be upset. That'd be like he's the one that's gonna be upset. If you know.
Sorry to interrupt. There's a big thunderstorm going on and my power just flickered. Wanted to let y'all know.
oh boy.
Also,
Oh,
I have
no.
to go and run and give my dog some calming juice because they are flipping the fuck out.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to?
So
Should we
we-
take it? Oh no, go on, Karen.
I was gonna say.
If you say like that someone else like handles that, I'm down with bringing back the supplies.
Oh yeah, no. I thought I was gonna talk to them. I honestly didn't expect you to
What?
talk to them.
Well, hang on. What? Could we do both? I mean, could we tie this dinosaur meat to the top of their car and then head out to
What?
get?
But then they get the credit.
That's
Yeah,
true.
then
get
they
credit.
brought it back, not us.
No, you're absolutely right. No, you're right.
Uh,
You're right.
Yeah, and we'll get the
Weird.
double credit if we escort them back and say that we rescued them,
Yeah.
because we did.
Billy is only now connecting the 1+1.
Wait, when you're saying this, oh, oh, I thought you meant the dinos as supplies. You mean that? What? I don't
No.
care.
Oh,
I don't care about that. Yeah, let's do whatever.
yeah, fair enough. I need to stop. She's like, Shelly's gonna like put her hands in front of her face to like cover her mouth, and she's just gonna just swivel back to her workstation, and she's just gonna focus up on working.
Okay, so if there's nothing else to sort of deal with, I guess, you know, I don't know how long it takes. Like, it probably doesn't take you more than a few hours to put up a winch, to create a winch of some description. And then you would go through the you know, the process of using it, righting the truck. I presume you probably like, you know, check over the engine and like everything.
Yeah, I checked to make sure my bus is okay.
Yeah, your bus is fine. Your bus didn't actually take any damage. It just
Oh, cool.
so it's fine. Your bus is also easily repaired, which is
Yeah.
its properties. So yeah, I'm not gonna make you go through any motions for that. So if it didn't take any damage, so yeah, everything seems in order. Annie gives the her truck a cursory test. It seems to start all right. So I'm assuming without any other complications, you would make your way back to Uparol.
Yep. I probably drive in front of them just to make it extra clear that I escorted them.
Yeah. Would
I'll
you?
try and
go
hop on their bus.
Okay. What are you gonna say to get in there?
I've got a very good eye, and seeing as how we're holding up the rear, and that's where the Dino Riders came from, it would behoove us to have me on your chassis.
No, you talk fancy. Get in.
All right then, and I'll keep an eye out.
Do you actually want to do that move? I'm not actually going to let you do that move because I'm not. Nothing's going to happen between you guys.
Okay.
Going back to Uparol,
Gotcha.
so there's no reason to do the move.
We spooked them. They're not coming back.
I mean,
At least
we did kill like
you killed
dinosaur
quite a
the
few.
size of a building. So
Yeah.
Blew them
Fair
up,
enough.
yeah.
Okay. With Hopper gone, do we want to take like a quick 5-minute
Yeah, let's
break,
take 5.
maybe,
Let's
so
wait a
that
bit.
Yeah,
so
let's
we can
take
wait
5.
for them to get back.
I'll go.
Aye, aye.
I'm gonna go pee.
All right.
You also wanted to get a drink. You're probably already not here. We'll probably need a refill soon. So how have you all been? Those who are still here, if there's anyone else here.
Hello.
Hey,
I just returned.
welcome back. Did you get a drink?
No, I should do that. I'm gonna BRB.
Yeah.
Hello,
Welcome back. What'd you get?
water,
Mm,
and one of my food.
that is a liquid. Yeah. A consumable liquid.
Yeah, I guess all food is just consumable liquid when you think about it.
I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Huh?
That's a weird sentence to come back to.
I mean, she brought water. I mean, she said she was going to get a drink. She came back with water, and I said, I guess, yes. It's a liquid, a consumable one. So, yeah.
I also
Like-
brought back food, so I thought they were talking about that.
I mean, most food probably contains water, though, doesn't it? So-
Yeah, but I wouldn't call it a consumable
Maybe.
liquid unless you
No.
make it into one. Then it technically is. But
Well,
for that,
no, because it's got a jelly inside because it's like one of these like lemon pies you buy at the gas station.
that doesn't make it a liquid, though.
No, it's like liquidy. It's jelly.
I don't know, Chief.
Well, it's not like a plasma, is it?
Ah, there goes Harper's electricity.
Oh man.
They died.
If
They
you
fell asleep.
if you blend that food, I would maybe consider calling it maybe a liquid-like substance. That's as far as I'm willing to go.
But it's like, all right, man.
No. Go on.
You
Go
can
on.
keep living. You can keep living your lie, my guy. your water truth.
TVH, I actually hate jelly and every jelly-like substance.
I'm sorry you live a cursed
Fuck.
life.
It wiggles, moves, and I fucking hate it.
You live in a cursed life. I'm so sorry.
I used to like jelly, but I don't know. I'm kind of with you actually.
I don't really eat jelly a lot. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like an apple pie situation where if you use shit ton of apple pie tastes fucking disgusting.
I don't like apple pie.
Okay,
No,
well
no,
now
like-
you're just
Nor do I like apples
That
in
is the
any
thing,
other
though.
form except, its natural one, as an apple.
Oh, I thought
I
you were
mean-
gonna say eating the tree.
I'm not.
Eating the
Come
apple
on.
tree.
I'm not that fucked.
I
Apple-
mean,
As I open a bowl.
chewing on the bark.
Pure distilled apple essence.
I mean, people do eat bark. It is a thing.
Yeah, because
Do
some bark is
they?
edible.
People eat
Yeah,
That's what
almost
cinnamon
anything.
is.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what cinnamon is.
I
Some bark is
literally
edible.
bought a thing of cinnamon yesterday, and
There's also like a candy cane thing that's a bark that people eat.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
I don't remember its name though.
Maple syrup too.
Well, that's sap. That's not bark.
Yeah, but
I could
Get
go
it.
to ham on some sap. I'll die from eating sap. Hell yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be too sweet to consume a lot of it.
You don't know me.
You're right, I don't.
Maple
I'm
syrup
American.
isn't that sweet.
I'm American. I'm built different.
I.
I'm Canadian. We take maple sap and make maple syrup out of it.
No, I'm not saying maple sap. I'm just saying in general.
In
tree
general,
sap.
so I'm saying in general, it seems like it's gonna be way too sweet and
No,
way too much.
It's mostly water, just a little sweet.
No, they add a lot of sugar in the process of making maple syrup.
No, you
It-
just boil it off so all the water's gone.
yeah.
Oh.
If you buy non-pure maple syrup, then they add sugar. But
Yeah, I'm sure in the Yeehaw country they add a lot of sugar.
Yeah, probably.
But here, you just take the sap and boil it and boil it and boil it until you have syrup.
I mean, hell, you add fucking sugar into bread. Come on. Yeah, that's
There
what
is
you do.
sugar in almost all bread. It's just not very
Yeah.
much.
yeah, you have to start
Yeah,
the yeast.
Especially in America.
Compared to US.
You don't understand. You haven't eaten a copious amount of corn syrup your entire life.
Correct.
You
I
don't have the
haven't.
buildup required to eat raw sap from a random tree, like I do.
Fuck. Yeah, you really are built different.
You truly haven't supped on sap until you've moved to America.
I'll pass, eh?
I love birch sap. Hey, do birch trees even have sap?
If
I
you
mean,
try
all
enough,
trees
maybe.
should have sap.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I don't know though. I've cut open trees and they didn't have sap in them.
Even fake trees.
I think it's
Funded by the
also the time
government.
of year. Like,
Oh yeah, it's not like blood. It's like an actual thing.
Yeah.
What?
Also, they have sap. It's just like not very much, so you wouldn't necessarily see it.
Yeah, you can't like tap every tree.
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah.
I
get
mean,
sap.
I'm not going around like cutting down trees and putting taps in trees. I just did it like once, and I was like, huh.
And even if you do put taps in trees, it takes
Yeah.
a while to get a lot of sap out.
Do you carry like a tap with you? Or where you go?
Huh?
Do you carry a tap everywhere you go? Just if in case you find a tree that interests
No,
you.
I just live in the woods.
You let the trees come to you.
Yeah. I keep cutting them down, but they keep coming back up.
Yeah.
I love living in the forest. Wait, what is that game called?
Which one?
Polish Forest Simulator. That's not its
PA.
name, but that's literally the plot of the game. Is that you're a guy in Poland who lives in a cursed forest.
Is it a German game?
I don't know. I've only played it in English, so.
It's either Eastern European or German.
I
German
think
because
it's
Forest?
literally Polish in game.
German is because there's a simulator in it. Eastern
No,
European
it's not
is
literally
because
a simulator. It's like a horror game.
Wait, you talking about like Darkwood or something?
Yeah, I think it's called Darkwood.
that fucking. I genuinely
Yeah,
imagine.
Dark-
like-
Yeah, Darkwood.
I genuinely
Yeah.
imagine just a fucking
Polish
sim
Forest
of,
Simulator.
of
Yeah,
someone
that-
waking up and like being a fucking woodcut.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's where I
Poland-
live. I live in
We-
Darkwood.
There are a lot of Eastern European simulator games, so it would not be unusual.
No.
Or a
That's not
bunch of
too bad.
like businesses slash
Bunch of
fucking
ghouls.
other sims that come from Germany.
Bunch of business ghouls.
Hello, Harper. Are you back?
Hey, how about your life?
Business Mormons.
Yes. I am alive.
Yay.
Nice.
Oh, good. So we can stop this ridiculous discussion about whatever the hell we were
I don't know. I
talking-
was enjoying the podcast.
I was mumbling something about Mormons. I don't remember.
Okay. So. Yeah, so I don't know how much you where did you went off, Harper, but we basically finished up. They've everything's been sorted. The trucks are back to business, and everyone's headed back towards Uparal. Doc decided to get in the car with the truck with Ron and Annie. So I'll give you a little bit of time, a little bit of role play time if you want there, Doc. To I don't know if you wanted to interrogate them in any way.
For the sake of expediency, I'm just gonna try and inquire about supplies to resupply my angel kit. I'm looking for a supplier.
Okay.
Well, is there anything they have around there that might be able to help me in my particular line of profession? And I'll list some of the stuff.
Okay. This is an interesting point because you are getting a level up. Yes, correct.
I am, yeah.
And one of the things you can take as your level up is that you get a supplier, I do believe.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it's a level up thing. We can explain it narratively. So if you
I don't think that's what I would pick. But I
Okay.
do have questions about level up that would probably be better served at the end of the session.
Right. Okay. In that case, I imagine they wouldn't they'd probably give you a non-answer then in terms of no, we
Gotcha.
don't really know anybody.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Because I'd want you to take because getting a supplier is a thing that you get from improvement. It's something you level up to get. We explain it narratively, but it's something you pick as a improvement option.
Yeah,
But
fuck
what's
it. You know what? I'll do it. Yeah. That sounds interesting.
Okay, I mean it's up to you. Like you don't have to. I'm just putting out that that's how it works in terms of if you want to get a supplier.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that was how the way to do it. We'll talk about that at the end, but I'll basically talk about their materials and stuff like that with them, and what kind of things they produce in their place.
Yeah. I mean, in that case, yeah, you get a general explanation of the fact that the Golden Grand Hotel is has a bunch of grow operations. They're growing all sorts of vegetables and wheat. They sell all of that produce, and they also obviously use the grain they produce to make alcohol. They have a bunch of distilleries, and they make some pretty good alcohol that they trade to Uparal and some other settlements as well.
Which other settlements?
Oh, you're gonna ask me because I don't know.
Okay.
I just meant that I haven't made any other settlements.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. We can name some settlements if you want. Just off the top of my head, I can make up some settlements right now if you.
No. I was just wondering if there was more to dig
I've
into.
heard of the wonderful settlement of Almar,
Walmart.
which is actually a
Almar.
retrofitted super Walmart.
So we have a settlement in a Walmart and a settlement in a Mega Mall.
I could make up a settlement for the Merc.
Yeah, I mean absolutely.
America.
I was gonna call it Louisiana, but that worked. No, fuck, what? I forgot what their thing was. I gotta look up fake Latin. I'll get back to you on that.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
I just
Unless
remembered.
it's super important.
Do you
Go
know
on.
about Pancake House and the emergency rating based on Pancake House?
Oh, you mean Awful House?
Yeah,
Waffle
also
House.
Waffle
Yeah.
House.
Yeah,
They
it's called Awful
FEMA
House down there.
the federal emergency response. They track Waffle Houses to see how bad things are. If they're still open, things are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
they pretty much only close when the apocalypse happens.
yeah.
Listen, I live in South Carolina in hurricane season. I know all about the Waffle House Code of Conduct
Oh, hey, I used
when
to
it
live
comes
there.
to storms.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'll make a name for it later.
but yeah, that's pretty much the long and the short of what he'll say.
Okay. So. So, as we approach, we get back to Uparol. We see. So we've established that Uparol is, the settlements. It's built in this. It's this mall with the parking area, the parking garage next to it. That's used mostly as sort of the living space, and also that sort of spilling out onto sort of the outside parking lot of the mall, right? Uparol doesn't really have like outer defenses. So there's no there's no walls surrounding the mall. Like the mall itself is the most protected part, really, or the parking garage to a degree. So as you come, I'm assuming them maybe there's like some watchtowers that they put up, like where people would, stand guard in case anyone was coming to take to attack. So you've been spotted like before you come in. As you guys pull in, things are tense because word has gotten around. And Uparol's not been doing great on supplies recently, so there is a crowd of impoverished, desperate people.
I'm gonna lock my door, and I'm gonna make sure I have a magazine in my gun.
I start twirling my pistol.
You can see, mostly, like I said, you sort of see the down and outs of Uparol citizenry, sort of amassing. You can see a few heavily armored men, clearly parts of the Smats gang, sort of on the edges of this, sort of looking nervously around, prepared for anything to go down. But there are also numerous other people way more kitted out than your average citizen. Midnight, you would recognize the biker Grizzly who you met in the bar the other night, and his gang of bikers. You don't know much about them, but you'd certainly recognize that they seem to be around this area. So as the two trucks get in, it looks like things are possibly about to kick off. What do you do?
Shelly's gonna curse herself that she'd never installed like a cattle like pusher thing. Like never put like a what fuck are they called? Cattle catchers?
Yeah, I think it's a cow catcher.
Yeah, of just those like basically the things they used to have on the front of the trains, and she regrets she didn't put one of those on the front of her bus. And she's very nervous because honestly, she's pretty good at driving, but she has not driven in like crowds before of people that aren't trying to fight her. So she's sort of just gripping the steering wheel, trying not to like hit someone.
Yeah. Is anyone else doing anything or wants to do anything?
I'm just.
I would
standing on-
like.
No, that's a lot of people.
I don't know if this is a charged situation.
This is definitely a charged situation.
I would like to read the situation.
All Excellent. Parole for me. I don't know why I said it like that. I just apologize.
Shit.
Ooh. Ask away.
That could be a 7 if I increase my sharp to 3. No, it's not. It's not.
If I metagame real hard right now.
Just believe, you know.
Well, you get to ask a question, just to be clear.
What's my enemy's true position? Actually, no. Fuck that. Who's in control here? I want the wrong answer to that question.
Interesting. I mean, I can give you the right answer. It's just that I get to make a move. It's not that I don't have to answer your question. Who is in control here? That's a very good question. And I'm not sure. I guess I have to decide right now. In terms of control is an interesting point. How do you determine control in a situation that's not necessarily happened yet, but like the one thing you would definitely notice, the Smats gang do not number that high. At least the whole force isn't necessarily here at this point. But they're the smallest group of people, but they are the most well kitted out. Like they have good armor, like what looks like actual tactical armor, and they have good looking, well maintained weapons. The biker gang, whose name you do not know, also look kitted out, but it's more that they're a largish organization. They've got quite a lot of people there. You'd reckon maybe somewhere in the 30 to 40 range of guys who look like they're part of this gang. The general citizens of Uparol are a ragtag bunch. Some of them, very few of them have armor, if any. Most of them do not have weapons. Or if they do, they're not guns. They might have some improvised bat with a kitchen knife duct taped on the end of it or something like that. So, no, I am not finished. I'm not finished. So yeah, as your buses come in, a sort of surge happens, and did you put the dinos on top of Shelly's bus, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
So they would be able to see that. Like, they can see that there's meat on top of these buses. A whole bunch of citizens will surge forward and all start trying to clamber up the bus.
All
Can
right.
I do something?
You may. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use my frenzy ability.
I thought you might.
I am going to attempt to speak truth to this mob.
Okay, how are you doing this? Because you're inside the bus. Are you gonna like
Hope is going to find the window, and she is,
Is there
going
a
to try
megaphone
and,
on the bus?
she's going to try and get close to the window without leaning out of it and exposing herself to them. And she is going to start shouting at them.
Is there a PA system on the bus, maybe?
I'd like
You don't
to
have a
imagine.
megaphone.
I mean, no, actually, no. Straight up, my character has receivers and shit on their bus.
This is
It
true.
could be said that they do have the PA system still hooked up.
Yeah.
So she's probably.
I think that's.
I was gonna say that she probably since probably the only window that's open right now, it's probably gonna be Shelly's cockpit window. Because she wants to be able to stick her gun out. And then basically I just imagine Hope just comes running up and just starts screaming out the window. And she's like, whoa, 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 hold on. And she's going to flick through what just looks like a true rat nest of wires and just things that look mechanical in nature, but you're not sure if they even are or if they're just like little statues. And she's gonna pull out like a PA intercom looking thing, and she's gonna like speak into this.
Okay.
Okay.
Enough, enough, enough. Calm yourselves. This frenzy helps no one. It will only get people killed. I
Okay.
am going to roll. Partial
Okay.
success.
That's
Okay.
a partial success. So you get to hold one, and you can spend your hold bar. You'd probably spend it immediately, given
Yeah.
the situation.
I'm going to immediately spend it to make them go quietly back to their lives.
Okay.
To get them to just calm down and stop swarming us.
Yeah. Okay. So that's exactly what happens. Hearing an old woman, who most of them probably don't know, but I guess given like the presence of your family in Uperol over the last few weeks, some would know who you were, and certainly for whatever reason that they may not understand, your voice carries some weight with them, and the crowd begins. The sudden surge sort of stops, and people rock back and begin to disperse. Certainly, obviously, the desperate citizens leave, going back to their lives. The biker gang maybe doesn't look so convinced, but
I figured.
that's to be expected. They're not necessarily sure they're going to start anything, given now what's happened. And the Smats gang, if anything, look impressed. I'm probably a little bit relieved that you did that. And some of them would start motioning for you to bring your vans towards them, your truck, the bus and the truck. And you would come back into Uperol, disembark.
Yeah, once that happened and it was like clear that people have actually started to disperse, I assume Shelly would see this because she's the one closest to me. You would just see kind of Hope just like fall back into the seat, just kind of very relieved it happened and nearly shaking. Like she is stunned that it worked herself.
I don't know how you did that, but that's a good thing. I didn't really want to start shooting people. I kind of would have felt bad about that, to be honest.
Sometimes strong words can have the same effect as a bullet. I thank the heavens that that was true today.
She's just gonna kind of shrug, and she's gonna pull in the bus to where she's being directed.
Okay. So yeah, you disembark, where you would see a bunch of the Smats gang. So one of them would come forward and introduce himself or themselves as Jaguar. Yo, that was really impressive. I don't know how you did that. Who is it that spoke?
One of my people, she's just gonna say.
Yeah, okay. What's your name?
I'm Shelly. I'm an engineer. I helped
Okay.
bring back your supply truck here, as well as some dinosaurs for
Yo,
your
shit.
butchers.
Yo, shit, is that Annie? Annie, you made it. What happened out there? And yeah, Annie and Raman would sort of, yeah, obviously having disembarked from the truck, Annie would sort of salute to Jaguar, and it's clear that they both know each other. Annie having made this trip in the past before, and she would explain to Jaguar that, yeah, what happened, given the story of them being attacked by these crazy ass dino riders. And yeah, Jaguar would motion for the Smats gang to start unloading these crates and taking them to the upper mall. What would you like to do?
I think my character's gonna try to basically be like, hey, shouldn't we also be going up there?
Yeah, I follow behind the two that I was in the car with, the upper level.
Well, so I think, like, yeah, if you'd sort of indicate that, like, you were going up to the upper mall, Jaguar would kind of look at you and be like, "You're looking for an audience? Is that it?"
Well,
Or
we've
what-
done a mighty service, and he'll kind of gesture to Midnight to come on over. And I think it would behoove your leader to hear us out for a moment. We lost a man, and we intend to go back for him, and might need a few supplies, things like that.
Okay, I would like at least one of you to roll something to try and convince this man to let you up.
Sure. I'll start talking and try to manipulate him.
Excellent. What would you say?
I would say, yeah, we lost a man, but we came back to bring the supplies in and try to help the people here, and so we would like some help going back to get the person we lost, seeing as how we've done you a service. We would like a service. We would like something in return for that.
Just anything?
Well, we have to go get him back from the Dino Riders, and so we'd need supplies, people, something to help out, so that we can go get him back.
Information, even.
To be honest, I just want me and the rest of the people who are out on the raiding party to get paid fairly.
Okay. Yeah. Roll on hot for me.
That's a 9.
Okay. So you. This is this is interesting. Okay, I think what he would like. So what you're asking is, you want the help of the Smat?
Yes.
Okay. What? I would suggest you pick one of you to be your spokesperson, and the rest of y'all can stay down here.
Well, where midnight goes, I go.
I'm out. I fucking hate your boss. No offense.
I'm no good. We're speaking.
As much as I hate it, I suggest Franny.
I would suggest Midnight or Doc personally. I don't have much experience speaking business.
Well, if it's got to be one person, of course, Midnight, but I don't think I'm going to let Midnight go alone. As I said, where Midnight goes, I go. So Perhaps the two of us
He-
could.
He will
What
not.
if you go alone?
I'm just gonna point out he will not budge on this because he already rolled for this. So
Yeah, we
Gotcha.
already tried this, and
I'm already like basically because you got a partial success. Like, yeah, he'll let you in, but he's only gonna let one of you go and talk to the smat.
All right.
So
Wait, but does midnight go where you go, Doc?
Well, I was just trying to negotiate a little. God damn
Yeah,
it,
I
boy!
assume. Are they looking? Just kind of.
Midnight, you
I've-
you could take care of this one. He'll back up a little.
I'll go talk to the smat.
okay.
Is Midnight gonna fuck the smat? Come on, man.
Like, why do you care? Y'all a thing?
No.
Look, if it helps
mean,
the
you
situation,
sure?
it helps the situation.
It's actually shit. I don't know what year it is, but whatever year it is, it's all right.
I know it's all right. I just did not travel together, and he gets up to some shenanigans, and I get up to shenanigans. We help each other, but not help in that way.
Just gonna
Come on, let's go.
slowly nod.
Shelly, be quiet. All right, let's go.
So midnight, you would follow Jaguar and the rest of the Smats gang. Annie would also go up with them and you. Roman, however, will stay by the truck, their truck, and by you guys. What was it?
I'll make sure to carry some of the supplies up with me.
Okay. Yeah. God, what was I gonna say? I've lost like the train of my thought there. God. Okay, yeah. Right. So we'll do well, I guess we'll go straight to midnight then. Midnight, you go to the upper mall, which you have not seen before, I'm assuming.
No, I have not.
So, access to the upper mall of Uparol is mostly accessed through what obviously were originally, escalators. But they don't work anymore. They're just staircases, essentially. At the top of these staircases, however, are heavily fortified sort of posts. Essentially, the upper mall is sort of sectioned off from the lower mall. Sorry, one second. As you go up, so you sort of, I mean, it's still, obviously it's much like the sort of lower mall where it's a lot of old, the stores that would have been there have been sort of gutted out and replaced with things like living quarters, and storage. That's the main thing that you would see as you sort of go through the upper mall, is that pretty much it's divided into two parts. There seems to be living quarters for the Smats gang, and for other people who are obviously clearly the sort of more well-off patrons of Uparol. And you would see what looks like a lot of storage. There's food storage and armory and so on. There's a lot of things, and there's not. It's not thronging with people the way that the rest of Uparol is, by any stretch of the imagination. But obviously, this is where the highest concentration of the Smats gang generally are. You'd also see a couple of like there's obviously some kind of casino gambling den, a little bit more of an upper class one to the ones that Doc usually frequents, and probably like some kind of sex hotel. I don't know why my brain couldn't think of a word there.
Brothel?
Brothel was the word I was looking for.
Sex hotel.
Sex hotel, yeah.
It works.
It's the same
So
thing.
just a hotel.
Yeah. I mean, you could have sex in any hotel, technically. Anyway. Yeah, so you would be taken up there, and so you would be taken to what essentially is the sort of SMATs area. Now, I don't know what you would have expected, but the SMATs sort of, I don't know, situation room, we'll call it. Like, you go into a hollowed out store where there is a big sort of, it's like a war room, basically. The SMAT is hunched over a table. He has, there's papers. He has like some person like who's writing down everything he says. He's got filing cabinets full of things, and there's stuff stuck to the walls. There's trophies and even guns just hanging from the wall in sort of like ornate pieces of trophies and knickknacks and all sorts. Like it's a very sort of full room of stuff.
It's a display of power.
Yes, yeah. There's not like a throne or anything like this. There's not even really any chairs. Like there's a bunch of like the gang. Some of the gang that sort of stood to the back of the room who seem to be on guard as sort of like permanent fixtures. He obviously has some people on guard in this room all the time. But the SMAT is, he's sort of, as you sort of come in, it's like a situation. He's chatting to people. People run up to him with like clipboards, and he says something to them. They write something down and then rush off.
Yeah.
So as you come in, and as you were coming in, so like Annie would have actually peeled off from your group, and she sort of gives you a wave or whatever, and like sort of nudges you like, good luck, boy. And she goes off to go and relax somewhere in the upper mall. So you'd be taken by Jaguar, and yeah, you would come. Jaguar would sort of go to stand by the SMAT. Boss. Yeah. What's up, Jaguar? Guy wants to talk to you. So like Annie and Ramen, I think it is. He's the other guy. They came in with the with Zaibatsu's. The delivery. Yeah. It's all come in. They had a bit of problem. They were saved by some of our people. Oh right. I see. Right. So all right, Jaguar, you get out of here. Go and take a breath. And Jaguar sort of wanders off, and the SMAT sort of gives you a look over midnight. All right. Yeah. Well, I suppose thanks is in order. First of all.
Yes.
I suppose you know who I am.
Of course I do. You're the SMAT.
That's right. Yeah. I like it when people know who I am. Makes it easier. I mean, all right, midnight. Well, first of all, thanks. I guess we were very much waiting on those supplies. But how can I help you right now?
Well, you see, while we were out there, we got when we found Annie and Ramen, they were being attacked by Dino Riders, and in our pursuit saving them, one of the members of our group actually got carried off. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. We were looking at actually going back out there to try to save them and maybe even clear out the Dino Riders for good.
Oh,
But
you
I
don't.
think we're gonna
Oh,
need some extra help with that.
I wouldn't do that.
We're either gonna need some people to help us, extra firepower, things of that nature.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, your friend is probably dead. Just to be clear, probably dead.
Yeah,
I imagine
we're
he'd be
aware, but
alive.
we have to go find out for sure.
Oh, do you?
That's what I've been told.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I've got some men here. With, leave no man behind. I get that, but also, is it worth the expenditure of materials? That's what I would first be thinking about, right?
Yeah, no, I get it. I've tried saying that, but I've been outvoted on that one. Which is why we're trying to, clear out the Dino Riders for good, make it a little safer for the rest of the shipments to get here. That way, we don't have the same issue in, a month's
Well, I
time.
mean, we've not really had that many problems with them. I mean, I think this is the first time that's happened. I maybe they're just getting a bit hungry or whatever. About we've had a few. They attacked some of our boys a while back, but they weren't much of a threat, really.
Well,
So
they
it
had
seems like
they had a dino the size of a house this time.
oh, well, I've got some grenade launchers to probably take care of that. Don't worry about it. No, look, I would love to give you people, and I'd love to give you like some of my, arsenal. But like for something as small as that, taking on a few savages or whatever, not worth it, mate. Sweet.
I get it. And we're just looking to borrow them. We'll bring anything that you give us
Oh,
back, and you can have it back. We're just looking to use it for this little bit as a recompense for saving the shipment.
well, I'll tell you what is a better idea, right? And he sort of like clicks his fingers, and then like somebody runs over it, like, yeah, just get him. Yeah. And they go away, and then they come back with what looks like a crate of booze. There you go. There you go. Thank you very much for your service, bringing in the supplies. That's very nice. Take this lovely crate of booze for yourself and your friends.
I would like to try to manipulate him into giving us the supplies we need to go try to clear out the Dino Riders.
Okay, so my first question is you want supplies? What are you talking about in terms of supplies?
I'm talking about weaponry, armor, maybe a couple people to come along and help. Just extra firepower so that we've got a better shot up going up against them.
Okay. What is your reasoning here that he should do this, given that he's basically very reluctant to do so?
The fact that clearly they were getting more bold in attacking that previous shipment. The fact that we did help out and we just want to make things safer, and that I'm gonna tell him about them having that really high tech collar, and that we can bring back some technology for him as well.
Okay, roll away for me.
It's a partial success.
Okay. All right. You say these Dino Riders are a real threat. Okay. I need a little bit more, what's the word? Evidence, yeah?
Yep.
So, if you go out there, do a bit of scouting, I don't think, wait, what, 1 second. Eddie, come here, Eddie. Yeah, right. Do we know do we get any intel on that Right, no. You see what I'm saying, right? Where's the map? No. Okay. So basically, right, Eddie, fuck off. Right. What I think, we don't know where these Dino Riders are coming from. I've got reports that they're somewhere in the west, but yeah, we've not really sent anyone out there to do the scouting. So, if you could go and do the scouting, find out where they are, find out what their defences are, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I don't see any reason why we couldn't put together a hunting party. If they are a big threat, that would be nice. Yeah. Okay, Midnight. That's a deal.
Okay, yep, sounds good.
Wonderful. Right. Nice.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Spat.
Oh, no problem. No, but I've got shit to get on with. Right. Are you all right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you can stay up here if you like. Have a bit of a whatever. Go and have a drink with the lads. All right.
all right, thank you. And then I'm gonna leave and go back to the rest of the group.
Okay. However, while that was happening, let's find out what everyone else was doing.
And take that crate of booze that he gave me.
Yeah.
Annie left, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I had a good bit. Oh well. Fuck.
So, you were all sort of. What do you all do when midnight went off? Did you stick around or did you go back to your shit? Oh, in fact, yeah. Sorry. As I guess, like as midnight would have gone off, a group of people would have approached your bus.
Cool. She still has her gun in her hands. I would like to point out.
A group of people headed by Anton.
I don't remember who that is.
The meat man.
Anton,
The meat man.
Meat
Oh
man?
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna say that she said that that's how she reacted basically in game because I don't know if she would care enough about this human to remember them.
To be fair, the only person that actually interacted actively with Anton was Billy.
Yeah.
She's gonna put her gun sort of like slung over, and she's gonna like put a single finger gun up to her to Anton's chest tattoo. It's like cool tat. What's going on?
Billy, my boy!
Anton, how's it going?
Is that-
Yep.
That 2 dinos you got there?
Yep, sure is.
Love it.
Oh, but where's Nip? Is it not with you?
He got killed, probably. We're actually not sure.
Billy is stun locked. He was certain that someone would actually follow through and not, go ahead and say that. But Billy doesn't know what to say now.
Oh,
Yeah, she's just like, yeah, well, okay, we're gonna go out and go look for him, but they got dragged off by a dinosaur rider.
oh, poor Billy.
Yeah,
Oh, Nick.
Nick is probably fine.
Well,
Yeah, we'll get him back, or just make sure that, yeah,
that's
I'm sure
You
he's
say-
fine.
you fought these dino riders off?
Yeah, one of them was wearing a stego, I think is what they're called. The ones that got big spikes on their backs and they're like big as fucking houses.
Yeah, they
Oh.
tried ramming us. They're
Yeah.
big fuckers.
We weren't able to get all the bodies back. There's just too many of them.
Hey, you want to suggest shotguns are good against them?
I remember that, Billy. I mean, I'm more of a knife person myself, but
Oh, so was that. By the.
Hey,
yeah.
if you really want to hunt dinosaurs, I would suggest a spear.
I lost my knife.
yeah, we can all get you a new knife, Billy.
You could probably make a new
Ah,
knife
it's a
from one of
plenty.
the dinosaur bones.
Cool. I like a knife in case, they come up real close and, smile with you.
Claudio, barbecue. You boys get those dinos off that roof. Is that all right with you, Miss? I'm sorry.
Shelly,
Shell-
do you mind? Could we work out I actually wanted to take a tooth of one of the dinosaurs. I thought it'd be kind of cool to make a knife for him.
I
For
suppose
Billy.
sure. Yeah, you come down when after we're done skinning them all, and we can extract some of the bones for you.
Excellent. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work great.
Cool.
Oh, Billy.
Y'all need help digging that off the roof?
Oh yeah, my boys will deal with it. They know what they're doing. So you look like you had quite the day. Probably want to
Yeah.
rest and relaxation.
It was a bit messy, yes.
Now, Billy, I gotta say, you done well, boy. It's a shame about Nick. But,
I mean, he can still be alive. You don't know. That's why I didn't want to tell you, because we're gonna go check. He may be fine.
Yeah, we're gonna check, and then she's gonna like whisper to Anton, like, you should probably like prepare a spot somewhere. You know, we'll try to bring something back.
okay. Well, I hope he's all right. He's one of the meat boys.
Yeah,
Maybe he made friends. You know.
We don't like to lose our own, Billy. Is all I'm saying. And
I know. Trust me, I feel bad. You sent him with me, and like, yeah, it was my bad.
Hold on, can I try to manipulate Anton?
Sure. What are you trying to do?
I want to try to convince Anton and his crew to join us in trying to get his meat boy back.
Ah.
Okay. Sure. What do you? I mean, as you say, give them a reason. Like the reason is that they've lost one of their
Yeah,
own.
get their guy back. And also, like, hey, if we find any more dinosaurs out there, y'all are free to take it. And hold on, I need to remember what the role is. It's 2D.
2d10 and hot. You can just click on your
Oh
character.
right.
Just,
Oh yeah, I suck at social interactions.
ooh. Ooh.
Well, I get one more
Ooh,
experience.
ooh. Okay. Huh. This is interesting. Okay, I think So you sort of he sort of looks at you like, okay. Well, now the meat boys aren't really, I mean, we know how to use knives. That doesn't make us fighters. Now, Billy,
Yeah.
I mean, how's about I offer you a proposal here? We'll come. We'll help out, but you pledge your allegiance to the meat boys. You're
What does
strong.
that mean?
It means you become one of my gang.
Yeah, but what does that mean? What do I have to do or not do?
Well, it means you work for me, Billy, and I will tell you what to do.
Do I work now?
Well, I mean, you just came back from a job. You can take a night off, Billy. I won't ask you to do anything now, but you would become part of my gang. I would expect you to do what I asked you to do.
Here's the thing. I don't know how long I can stay in this city though. After all, I am looking for my ma, my real ma. She might
I
not
bet-
be in the vicinity, and then I'll have to move on. Then you'll be angry, and like I don't want to make you angry.
And Billy, I'd be more angry if you don't join me.
But what happened when I have to move?
Why do you have to move, Billy? Like, what do you?
I
you-
just explained.
You think you think your mama's gonna come back, look
No,
after
you
you again, Billy? She's
Oh,
gone.
hold on. And she's gonna like raise her like, hold on,
I
you don't
mean,
need to.
I've not seen her, so she may be not gone. Just like your meat boy is maybe not gone yet. No one's seen him die. No one's seen my mama die. They both might be alive. I'm just saying that at some point I might have to move, and if I was a part of your gang, that would make you angry, and I don't want to make you angry. I think it's a pointless, angry thing moment.
Well said, Billy. Well said.
He would look.
The voice of an angel.
He looks. He looks
Got a brain.
incredibly disappointed in you. And
I'm willing to work for you, but like I can't lock myself to one spot, you know? Maybe in future when I find Ma and she says, where you wanna live? I might say, hey, we can go live there, and it's like I have work. And yeah. My jaw just fucking hurt. Holy shit.
that's probably
That
the
was-
most Billy's ever said.
Holy shit! I talked too long with that voice. My actual lower jaw is cursing. Hold on.
Billy needs to like become smarter so his accent can change.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Okay. So Anton and the meat men would leave with the
Disappointment.
raptors, and certainly an air of disappointment. You don't know the full consequences of refusing Anton's request there, but there will be consequences down the line of that, you're sure.
Damn, I fucking suck at talking to people.
Man, he's gonna poison my fucking meal.
You know, and she's gonna turn to Billy, and she's gonna be like, you know, Billy, you could have just said that you joined his gang, but then planned on just escaping.
But they're just lying.
I mean, yeah, that's the point. I mean, if I was
But
in
why
your
lo-
situation, I would have promised to, and then killed the leader when he tried to force me to be a part of his gang later on.
But A, why like when I can't tell the truth? And B, I don't want to kill Anton. He's been nice.
You're so impossibly innocent. I can't even stay mad at you for being an idiot. And she's going to sort of just be kind of pissed that her scheme just fell out the window immediately. But she's not mad at Billy. She's just mad that it didn't work out.
Okay. So yeah, as that ends, I think Midnight would return to the group unless there's anything. Yeah.
Doc was waiting for midnight.
Yeah, I would have thought you were. So
Doc is just like pacing nervously, waiting.
No, not pacing. He's just like standing out at the front of the. He's trying to look cool. I mean, he's not trying. He is looking cool. Out in the front of the entrance to the upper quarter, just kind of like leaning, and he's like found a weed or something like that he's got in his mouth, and kind of looking around, nodding while bobbing his hat.
Are you sure you guys ain't a thing, or
No, we're not, of course. Midnight! Midnight!
Yes.
How did it go? What did you negotiate? Tell me what the situation is.
Well, the situation is, we will get help if we can go do the scouting and find out where they are, what their forces look like, defenses, stuff like that.
Well, that's good, but what about Nick? I mean, if we go and scout and don't find him this time, I don't imagine he'll survive until we... Perhaps we can finagle him out of there, and then... Well, we'd have to sneak him out, because we don't have the troops.
or we could we just get a memento from him. Kind of counts as a body.
No, I mean, you really think he's dead?
I
You
mean,
really think he's not?
It's something we have
Well-
to consider.
I
with
mean,
how
so long
you're
as he's
describing
breathing.
it- No, I'm saying with how you're describing it, even if he's alive, it's gonna be impossible to get him out. So we might as well just get like, I don't know, like a necklace or a finger, and bury him. Because he's functionally dead at that point.
I mean, what? He's not dead already. I mean, surely, if he's alive, we can save him.
We can try, but if there's like 50 man-eating dinosaurs there just like having a rave, I'm not gonna risk my neck for some random guy I don't even like.
No, I agree, but if he's injured, I mean, we have to help him, right?
Uh, I'm more interested in what stuff the camp has in it. I'll be honest.
I'm just saying, it's done me very well to help the people who who aren't doing so well physically. They tend to be indebted to you afterwards. So if we could save him, we'd have, I mean, he'd be very close friends with us. Though I'm not sure how useful he is. Billy, what exactly was Nick's duties?
He was supposed to carve up and skin the dinos and then just bring the meat and stuff. That was his job. He got sent with us.
Doesn't Anton do that, though?
No, Anton, like, he's the big butcher. He's the one that, like, oversees the shop and yeah, he carves up as well, but in the field, I guess he sends the meat boys for that.
Well,
Too
all
busy
I'm
being a
saying
prick to
is...
go out and do it himself.
What was that?
Nothing, excuse me.
All I'm saying is, if we could get Nick come along with us, that would be useful, because then we could have someone butchering things for us on the fly,
Having a cook would be good.
right?
I thought maybe if Nick is alive and we bring him, then maybe Anton is not mad at me.
Why is he mad at you now?
I mean, he wanted me to join his gang and become a meat boy, but like, you know, I can't really do that.
Well, there's another inducement to us saving Nick, because our poor boy, Billy here, we can't leave him to the throes and mistrials of the meat man.
I don't like that
The-
title.
the
Can we
what?
get something else for him? I'm not
The what
calling him
now?
the meat man.
Well,
That
he's
sounds vaguely sexual in nature. I don't like that.
that's what he
I mean,
is, right?
I have to
He-
agree
he-
with Shelley here.
I mean, he's a man and he sells meat.
He is a man.
Yeah,
of
he's the meat
I
man.
would rather call him that than a meat man.
He's a
Am I a
man.
meat woman?
Do you sell meat?
No, I sell metal, I guess.
Then you're not. Then you're not a meat woman. He sells meat. He's
Yeah,
a
you'd
meat
be-
man.
Well, then
How about we
why
just
not
call him a
call him the
butcher?
butcher?
Yeah, let's just call him a butcher. That's more intimidating, anyways. I prefer the more intimidating title for once.
Butcher, the meat man.
No.
No, Anton the butcher.
How
I-
about
wha-
we just call him Anton?
Yeah, I was going to say, just call him by his name.
Oh,
Why
it's
you
less
make it
cool.
Weird.
No, I don't want to
Frankly,
call him
I
meat
don't
man.
I don't insist on making him sound cooler. He's
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of a
planning on
prick.
kind of shooting him.
Shooting him?
Yeah.
But he's the meat man.
Yes, and he is also a colossal
you-
asshole who runs
Do
a
you
gang.
plan on living here forever?
I'm confused at this conversation, and that happens.
Me
a
too,
lot,
I don't
but
know
this
why
is
we're having it.
now,
Right.
now
I'm just arguing
extremely.
it feels like.
All right, listen. What's the plan? Granny, lay it down for us.
Well, it seems like we have to go and scout the Dino Rider camp, and then if we want help dealing with it, come all the way back, and then go all the way back out there.
My fucking
that-
gas mileage.
And that is if we believe that the Smat will hold up his end of the deal. there is a chance we find out there is a giant camp out there, come all the way back, and he realizes it's not worth the manpower.
Well, also, if we employ his help, he's going to be the one getting all the loot, and I don't think Shelley would like that very much.
No, he's a fat fuck who doesn't do anything.
Well, Shelley, let's. He's the smat, all right? Listen.
Yeah.
If we
And-
could if we could rescue Nick, then the meat man would be indebted to us. All right? So
Why?
because Nick is a part of the Meat Boys.
Yeah, but he also sent him with us for one job, and we like kind of didn't take care of him. So like I don't know how that math works.
Frankly, based on Anton's attitude, I don't see him giving us any sort of reward for doing this. He doesn't seem the type to actually care.
So why would we go back to the camp of the I mean, I
Wait.
guess just to get the loot, right?
I mean,
That's the-
Yeah.
if we
That's
can
the
leave
right thing to
Anton,
do.
it is a good
Killing.
thing to do.
Loot
Or
and
not
killing.
Anton.
What was that you said, Billy?
Hold on.
Regardless of whether we
It's-
go in,
it's
and
the
manage
right
to
thing
save
to
Nick or
do.
not.
Well, I think this boy's got a rather bizarre moral compass, but he is saying it's the right thing to do, and I can't argue with him.
I agree. And
mean, they are
regardless
readers.
of the outcome, we still get information on a very large threat.
Yes.
All right. So let's vote on it.
It seems pretty unanimous.
Yeah, I
that
think
we're going
everybody wants to
the-
go.
I vote
like,
to
we
go.
all-
Doug,
All
I think you're just looking for an excuse to toss that coin of yours.
I'm not. What are you talking about? He's flipping the coin.
What kind of coin is that? She's gonna like point at the coin. What kind of coin is that anyway?
Is it a Chuck E.
Pol-
Cheese game
Please,
token?
please say that it's a coin with both sides the same.
Weighted coin?
He slams it on his hand and then looks at it and says, "All right, well, it looks like we're going," and puts it in his pocket.
I'm pretty sure I decide if we go or not since I drive the bus. But like, you go off, man.
Shelley, what's your vote?
I choose to abstain simply despite you. No, I choose to go. I want to go.
So-
Is the are we going?
Yeah, we're just all like standing outside, just like looking at each other, waiting to vote. And it's like, wait, we could just like get going like right now.
Yeah, let's go.
Is your plan to go right now?
Well, what time of day is it?
I mean, you start off in the morning, like given all of the
Yeah.
excitement, I would probably say it's nearing evening time now.
Also, how much barter did we get for the meat?
You haven't been paid yet.
Oh, those fuckers are.
Well, we should get
paying
paid
for
before we go.
You're gonna have to go and speak
Yeah.
to the men to get that payment, I guess.
That's the funny bit. I've never discussed payment with Yana. Like,
Oh God.
no,
Damn it.
like we agreed that I said that we're going hunting and that he's going to buy it off me. I've never discussed how much exactly for how much exactly. That's Billy. Like Billy just does. He like, yeah.
You're gonna pay us like 1 shilling for each.
Well, all right, let's go handle that. Next time, maybe we don't leave Billy in charge of getting our money for us.
I'm sorry, whose idea was it to go hunting?
It was yours, wasn't it?
No. It was yours.
Listen, just
No, I
because it
thought
was
it
a
was
bad
you.
idea doesn't mean you have to disown it. All right, let's go get paid.
It wasn't
Alright.
really my idea. Doug just asked, "What do I do to like get money?"
I'm
so
gonna start
fast?"
screaming if we keep arguing.
Okay.
She's gonna
So anyway,
get in her. She's gonna get in her bus and open the door for everyone to get on, so we can drive to the little parking garage thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I didn't know if we were like outside of it or.
Yeah, yes, yeah, that's where you came in. You're essentially
Oh, okay. Then I'm probably gonna split out from the group just to like park my bus in like my spot.
Okay. As you're all about to, I don't know whether you were necessarily all going to go to see the Meatmen. Was that the plan, or were other people going to split off
Billy
here?
is gonna stay on the bus because he understands that this is not the good, like, of all the situation he should be or shouldn't be present. This is one of those that he should stay away. This is like
Yeah, Shelly's also reasoning they probably should not show themselves.
Granny is going to take a seat next to Billy and stay with him.
Okay. As you're doing that, Granny, you would see Steve and one of your the other members of your family, Faith, your younger sister, come running towards you. They look concerned.
Are you all right, dears?
Oh, we heard you were back, Granny. It's bad. It's Harmony.
Is she all right?
She was attacked.
By who?
We don't know. She went into the parking area. She was alone, and she'd been there before. She said she was talking to some people, and we let her go. They cut her pretty bad.
Is Doc still here?
Doc is going to the Meatman. I think that's what I
assume you
said,
haven't
right?
necessarily left yet, but that's up
Okay,
to you.
yeah. If I haven't
Unless-
left,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, because I guess we would have just parked and then would be going out to go, yeah. So I'm still
Yeah.
there.
Please come with me. I need to make sure she's all right.
I'm with you, Granny.
Take me to her.
Do you want me to like drive over there or?
I mean, it's within Granny's area is within the parking outdoors. I think we established.
All right.
Yeah, she's like one level from the top.
Yeah. So it's not really you can't drive into the parking garage because it's essentially living quarters now. It's just lots of tents and stuff. So is anyone going to the Meatmen now? Because I think it's just Shelly's not going, Billy's not going, and now Doc's not going.
Midnight, can you... I guess you're all a negotiator now. Well, actually,
Yeah,
I
guess
want you to
could
come
go
with
handle
me.
the meat man.
He is
Yeah.
an artist.
All right, go to the Meatman. God damn it. Tarnation!
I hate that we're calling him the Meat Man. I'd say that Shelly probably wants to see what happens. Once she's like parked her car. Is that something that I can do?
I mean, you've made friends with Grandma at this point. I guess it would be up to Hope, but unless she had an objection to you following them.
Hope wouldn't stop. She's focused on getting upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you would you'd go to your area, your living area. Steve and Faith sort of shepherding you all, and you would find Harmony. Harmony's your daughter,
Yes.
I believe, yes. And is Crystal is your granddaughter? Is she Harmony's daughter?
Yes, I believe. Let me. Yes. Crystal would be Harmony's daughter.
Yeah, so Crystal is by Harmony's side. Harmony's on a mattress of and you see she's cut up. She's got wounds on her face, on her arms. Someone's gone at her with a knife, and she seems to be unconscious at the moment. The mattress itself is stained with blood. They seem to have done what they can to staunch the flow. And she's tended to by, as I say, Crystal, your granddaughter.
All right,
And,
Crystal, back up a moment. I'm going in. And
And Granny's gonna grab your hand for a second, and she's going to take a step forward and reach out and touch Harmony's face. And if I can, because I rolled enough XP for advancement, can I do a thing? Because the advancement I was going to do was to take a move from another playbook. I want to
Okay.
use, and I would be taking Healing Touch from the Angel playbook.
Interesting.
that is interesting because I was going to try and healing touch her.
Double healing.
So can we
I
both
mean-
do it at the same time?
Generally speaking, I prefer to just one person to do a move,
Okay.
because of the way things work. But
You could count as like a help back.
I mean, I just want to just ask you a question there. Like, are you taking this because you really want to do this?
I
Or-
am taking this because it was one of two moves that I was considering, and this just kind of pushed.
I just
me.
don't want like Doc to feel like you're treading on his toes in terms of
Yeah.
given that, like he is an
that's fair.
angel.
Well,
and
no,
this
it would
is-
be cool if we could both do it, but if it's one move at a time, I don't know.
I will let Doc move forward instead.
Yeah, I would rather like Doc gets to do it, given that it's a move that he has already taken as part of his character. But I mean, you can take it later. We can discuss that if you want that move for sure. I don't see why not.
No, it's fine. I have a different move instead now
Okay.
that I will be picking up later.
So you want to do Healing Touch, do you,
I do.
Doc? Okay. So you are opening your brain. I will roll plus weird, which you use sharp, I believe. Yeah, it is.
Oh.
So you roll.
Okay, so I do open my brain. So I heal them for one, but then I also open my brain, so I need to roll on that. What does that mean?
So you roll as if you were opening your brain, as in the opening your brain move, which is opening your brain to the world psychic maelstrom, which is here.
Okay, so that's a 7.
Yeah, you've rolled sharp, yeah, for this.
Yeah. When I'm supposed to roll weird, I roll sharp.
Yes, yeah, and that's also you should also be marking experience for those as well. Remember
Okay.
both of those rolls because I think you've got highlighted sharp. Yeah.
I do. So that's 2 more. Wow.
Some verbal communication.
Hello?
Sorry?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So I get an impression? I don't really know what this means because I heal for one, but then I also open my brain to the world's psychic maelstrom, so I then also roll on that.
Yeah.
So I got a 7, which is a partial success.
So you heal them one segment, but now you have to roll to open your brain.
Yeah. So I did. Yeah. So the 7 is.
You've rolled you basically you've rolled a partial success, which is okay. Because I give you impression here. Like I'm not giving you good deal. So we've established that the way that the maelstrom works for Doc is that it's all about sort of his perception, right?
Yeah, like hyper perception, yeah.
Howard. This is an interesting one. The way that you describe this. So I think, okay.
Superhuman, like, you know, the way I imagine it to be able to make it work with the world's psychic maelstrom and what it would typically give you is like he would be able to draw almost Sherlock Holmesian conclusions.
I was thinking it's that sort of Sherlock Holmes. Like, there's that the Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes where like everything sort of slows down and he's like playing.
Hold on,
shit
hold on,
into-
hold on. How did you? What was it? What did you say his name was?
What?
Huh?
Guy
How did
Ritchie.
you- Oh, I thought I heard G.I. Ritchie and I thought, what the fuck? I think you might the like oh, my audio like got weird. I was confused.
Guy Ritchie. Guy.
Yeah.
As in
G-
Gary Gygax, not Jerry Gygax. Yeah, so okay. This is tricky in terms of how you describe it. I'm trying to think like what would I sort of tell you from this person's wounds? Because I'm imagining like you're sort of inferring like what was done basically or who did it. But
Yeah.
like so
like maybe, you know, the cut
impression. Yeah.
the cut of it like was from a weapon I might have noticed, like just weird shit like that.
Like you noticed this wasn't a good weapon. You sort of noticed that the cuts on like they're not cuts from like a good knife. Like it's like, in fact, you know, given your super forensic ability, you still get the impression that maybe it was like, you know, like one half of a pair of scissors. Like it was a really shitty knife, basically, that they've cut Harmony up with. And you also notice, given the angle of the cut, that this person was left-handed and probably doesn't have a very steady hand.
And what's the name? I'm sorry, it's Crystal is her name?
Harmony is the one. Yeah, Crystal's the granddaughter. Well, Harmony's daughter, by her side.
All right, so Doc will kind of reach out and just using his hand. I'm trying to figure out how he would use the healing touch. He'll kind of like push some of the wounds together, and where it would normally be a situation where you would use like, you know, stitches or things like that, like they just start knitting themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess because it's mostly just cuts, right?
Yeah.
So he's kind of doing that, like pushing them together with one hand and then kind of making marks with the other one. And, you know, instead of threads, it's the actual skin itself that's healing over in these cross stitches. And that will be the way that he heals this one.
Yeah. So you don't need to spend any stock on this. Like, you've essentially cured her. Well, cured, but healed her to a point where she's stable. She's still sort of, you know, unconscious at this moment. But like you've saved her.
Well, Granny, she's stable for now. And from what I can tell, these injuries were not inflicted by a professional, as I'd call it. the assailant is left-handed, unsteady, and an irregular type of weapon, something like a scissor or something like that. I don't know if you know anyone that would meet these criteria, but it is what I noticed.
Would Hope recognize these characteristics?
No.
Okay.
Can
From
I?
now on. Go ahead.
Sorry, my character's sort of just been watching the whole time.
Mhm.
Can I like duck out of the room and try to open my brain to the psychic maelstrom to try to find out who just stabbed this person?
You can totally do that. I mean, we've established that you generally like the last time you opened your brain, you like took a bong hit in your van, in your
Yeah,
bus. Do you do that again, or is there some other way that
I
you?
have a separate way that my character really, really does not like doing because if they get caught, they will have to leave in their mind. Like
Okay.
leave the
Trust.
entire settlement in their mind. So they're
I
gonna
mean,
like
you're in a fairly busy area. You're not really in like a private.
yeah.
Just to be
So
clear, if that's the case.
okay, then she's gonna go like back in the place and she's gonna ask Hope, Hope, I think I could help, but I need I need to be able to trust you. Okay?
If it helps, find out who did this. I will trust you with anything.
I need a spot where no one can see me do what I need to do. Do you have somewhere here that could work?
Yes. Hope will lead her to like her personal like room.
Great. And she's gonna say, "This is awkward, but I'm not comfortable with you seeing me do this."
Hope will just kind of nod, kind of dead-eyed, and like leave her be.
Okay. She's going to sit on what is the closest approximation to a bed in this room,
Yeah.
and she's gonna take off her helmet, showing that basically everything that is covered by the helmet is horrifically mutated. And she's going to sort of try to open herself up to the psychic maelstrom like directly
Mhm.
as her sort of mutated brain is sort of trying to work it.
Boom.
And I'm gonna roll.
Make with those dice.
I got an 8.
Okay. Hmm. Partial. We've established before that, like, the last time you sort of used the maelstrom, it was, it was like the GPS kind of thing
Yeah.
because you were inside your bus. I feel like this is a different kind of.
Yeah, I feel like this would be way more chaotic because she
Like-
does not do this commonly.
Yeah. I imagine this is quite overwhelming.
Yeah, this is like her directly opening her like brain to
Yeah,
the maelstrom.
without filters.
Without like filters or like training even. So
Yeah.
she's just trying desperately.
You see, you sort of, that sort of astral projection, you're sort of out of your body for a second. You're seeing the parking garage, and you go the depths, and it's sort of going down and down to the bottom floor, and there's basement levels of the parking garage. As you get to the basement levels, you see this giant toothy maw, this void, chomping and crunching. And everyone is falling into it. And it's cutting them up. and you see like the runes on their bodies are similar to the runes on Harmony's. It's just crunching everybody up.
She would probably see this, and I don't think that she can like think very well while under the effects of like having her mind completely open.
Hmm.
So she would probably just like retain the information she's seen and then try to like get back to her body. Uh,
Yeah. Like,
and yeah,
yeah, I see, but I would just want to just to sort of like, so yeah, so you see this this sort of more at the bottom of the parking garage that's eating people up, but you can also see that it sort of diminishes, like, and there's this sort of roaring sound.
You. Hello? Hello?
The moor, but it doesn't look like it's going to go in the moor. It looks like there's a conflict there. Like you hear the sound of thousands of engines revving and getting ready to run over this giant moor. And then you snap back to your body.
she's going to first of all try not to throw up, and second of all, um, as these sort of like I would describe it as sort of like skin that's on her head, sort of like closing back up, and she's gonna put back on her helmet, secure it on, make sure it's not gonna fall off. Um, and then she's gonna try to like collect her thoughts, and then she's going to open the door to everyone. And she's gonna say, I have a idea, but I'm not sure how much of it's metaphorical and how much of it's literal. But there's something beneath the parking garage that is killing a lot of people. Uh, and there's something coming to the mall that's going to, I think, try to kill the mall. Again, it's hard to explain, and I'm not very good at it. Um,
So we know it's a mall and it's left-handed.
that's what I'm saying. It might be like a like maybe it's like represents the like anger of the people, and the thing that's coming is gonna be like the crushing hammer of the ruling class. I don't know.
You said did I don't remember what you just told us, sorry, but did you mention the revving?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that like my character's just gonna like describe in best detail they can everything that happened in their sort of vision.
Well, did we not, when we just entered this place in that charged situation, did we not see a biker gang? Could that be something to do with them? I mean, what kind of revving were
I
you
mean,
hearing?
maybe. It was all sorts of engines. I mean, I've heard hundreds of engines in my life, and it was like all of them layered over each other. But maybe it's seeing the uh, biker gang first before we descend into the sort of underworld of the parking garage might be a good idea.
Could be. Granny, what are your thoughts on this?
If it's hurting people, if there is somebody here attacking innocents in this mall, we have to do something about it. She is very clearly shaken by what has happened to her daughter.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think we'll cut away from there for the moment and find out what Midnight's doing. Midnight,
Yes.
you were going to go and see Anton.
Yeah, we need to get paid.
Yeah. So yeah, you would presumably you find out where you're going from Billy.
Yeah.
You would go into the area that Anton keeps the Anton's stall, which leads into a sort of back area where they have the meat preparation and one of those big sort of meat freezers kind of thing that they've set up inside. I'm assuming like some sort of hollowed out like shipping crate kind of deal. And it's busy industry as you get in there because you've just supplied them with a bunch of meat. There's a lot of cutting and prepping going on.
Yeah, they got a lot to do at the moment.
Yeah, and you're not like, I mean, you just walk up to the stall and you realize like no one's like gonna seemingly stopping you from going in. Like you just walk in into here, and I mean the first thing you probably notice is there's not a lot of people. The Meatmen are not a big gang. There's maybe 12, 15 people around that you can see, all sort of dealing with all the meat and sorting things out. They all seem quite happy. They're they're humming and some of them are singing as they chop the meat up.
They enjoy their work.
They really enjoy that work, yeah. And Anton is just sort of he's sat there on like a crate just watching them, smoking his corncob pipe. And he doesn't immediately notice you walk in. What do you do?
I'm gonna like knock on the wall or whatever as I go in, and I'm gonna say, Anton, we need to get paid for all this meat we delivered.
Now, I didn't actually tell a price with old Billy. But
Yeah, I heard about that.
yeah, well, Billy is not the smartest boy. I'll give you that.
That he is not.
No, and I understand you've been through some hardships
Yes, we have.
getting this, but also you did not protect my boy Nick. Which is, well, I'm down a man. And Billy doesn't seem
And?
to want to. Well, that's, Nick might not be the, you might look at him and not think he's the most put together boy, but he is what he was. He's a good man. Yeah. But, yeah, I get your meaning. You want him payment, so, well, now. So he would go and like get a bunch of it's been a while and I sort of forgotten
Cards.
but it would be TCG cards, yes. Oh god, just the ridiculousness of this, the fact that it's just fucking trading cards.
Yes, it is.
He just got a stash of them. I think he would pay you. He would initially offer you 2 barter.
Now, we both know that's not nearly enough for all this meat. I've seen what you charge for meat, and even with all the labor involved, I know that 2 whole raptors here is going to get you a lot more than that.
they're not the biggest dinos.
They're
They-
not, but they still got a lot of meat on them.
You'd be surprised. And we've not had meat in a while, so
They got more meat than this on them, I can tell you that.
I mean, at this point, I'd be asking you to try and roll to convince him to give you more.
Sure, I will roll to convince him. This is a manipulate roll.
Yeah, it's always a manipulate roll, basically. Unless you've got something else that you wanted to
Nope.
do.
That's a partial success.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I tell you what. I'll give you 3 barter. You just make me
Okay.
you just make me a promise. You talk to Billy.
I will talk to Billy.
I don't want him to think I hate the boy. I just
You're disappointed. I get it.
it's not that. Look, you want my let me tell you something. Midnight. But his mama ain't coming back.
Yeah, I am aware.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure she ain't alive no more.
Oh no, I get that much. It's a harsh world out there. If he ain't seen her in this long, odds are she's not living still.
Oh, for sure. I don't know how to tell Billy, but he's got a family here with the Meat Boys if he wants it.
I will talk to him.
Good. Okay, well, I think we can do business and do business again if you can get me more meat. You really come through for me. Goes to shake your hand.
I will shake his hand.
A good solid man shake. And yeah, you've secured 3 barter.
I will go back to the bus, I guess, and see if anybody's there.
Billy is there, seeing as everyone like went off to do whatever the fuck
yeah.
they needed, and Billy said, "I'm staying on the bus. Like I'm not showing my face anywhere. People are mad at me."
I forgot about yeah. All right.
Just sitting on the bus with a little smile on his face.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine my character's probably walking back to their bus.
Yeah, I mean, we're sort of getting to the end of the session here, so
Yeah, I think everybody's just starting, wrapping up with Hope, and everybody's walking back.
yeah. So I'll just let you, if you want to say anything now, Midnight, as to Billy, and Rob play that out, and then we'll end.
Hey, Billy.
Hey there.
So I talked to Anton.
Yeah.
He's not mad at you.
Okay.
He wants you to be realistic and thinks that with how long your mom has been gone, she's either not coming back or she's no longer with us. And if you would like, there's always a spot with you or a spot for you with the Meat Boys. And he wants you to know that you've got family there if you want it.
I feel like neither you nor Anton understand my meaning. Even if she's gone, I need to know that. I need to know
look.
why and how. Just like Nick, he wants to know
Yeah.
if
no,
Nick is alive, which is why we're going there to try and save him if he is. But if he's
I
not,
get it.
well,
I know.
it's
And I
basically the
agree with
same.
you. It's a good thing to go find out what happened and to get closure if it comes to that. Just Anton maybe promised that I would tell you that.
That's okay.
And
I'm
he
ju- I'm
did make
just-
sure to say that he is not mad at you.
And I'm happy to hear it. That means my food is not gonna be poisoned tomorrow.
Not yet, anyway.
Nice.
Okay. And I think yeah, we will end there. Because if we get into anything else, it's
Yippee!
and I want to just do anyone who got level ups.
I think I leveled up. I'm not sure.
I leveled up because I got to roll 3 times on highlighted
Yeah, I
skill.
leveled up.
Yeah. I have 5 XP. Do I auto level up or do I
You-
need to get
yeah,
one more?
basically when you hit
Okay, cool.
5, you erase to back to 0 and you level up. You get to take one of your advancements. So if you look at your sheets, I know some people have already obviously looked at this, but you'll see where it says improvement. There is an upper part and a lower part. You can't choose any of the things in the lower part yet. You can choose any of the ones in the upper part. So some of those are just obviously stat upgrades. You can choose extra moves from your book. You can choose moves from other playbooks as well.
I'm just
So
gonna.
summon a
And there'll
gang
be
of people.
and for some of you, you can get actual things.
I could just summon people from nothing. I'm not going
That-
to, but that.
Generally speaking, with stuff like that, bear in mind, like we want to make sure that there's some narrative reason.
Yeah,
that
no, for
happens.
sure. It's just the concept.
And if something like that happens, like I'll usually wait till a time skip to give it you, like where it makes
Yeah.
sense that something like that would have
Yeah,
happened.
that's why I was considering the angel move because thematically it kind of made sense, but I'm fine with picking something else.
I mean, you can have it now. It was just more in that moment, you choosing it when you'd
No,
bought.
but I mean,
do his
Doc already
things.
has it. We don't need
Yeah,
to.
that's fair. But yeah, so
The
up
one I
to
am
you.
now considering, because I think it kind of fits the Granny's new arc going on right now,
Yeah.
is one of the Brainer moves, Direct Brain Whisper Projection.
Oh no.
I have to look at that because I can't.
You can
remember what
roll
that is.
plus weird to get the effects of going aggro without going aggro. Your victim has to be able
yeah.
to see you, but you don't have to interact. If your victim forces your hand, your mind counts as a weapon.
Yeah.
Plus
Whoa.
one
Damn.
harm, AP, close, loud, optional.
So you're basically becoming a psychic, going full on psychic. With psychic
You don't
attacks.
fuck with her family.
I know, I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna
have-
bump
sorry, keep
sharp
going.
up one.
Okay. Yeah. So, sorry, just give me 1 second. So you want to get +1 to sharp. So if you're already, I assume you're on 2 sharp, aren't you?
Yeah. So
that-
3 is
that takes
max.
you to 3. 3 is max. Yeah, yeah. So you're going up to max. Fantastic.
And I'm going to. We get an HX, right?
Oh yeah, we can do that now if you want. Yeah. Let's just do everyone's improvement first. Is anyone else improved?
I'm going to take an extra +1 hot to get to +3.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay.
I have 2 that I could potentially pick. One of them I do want to pick, but also there's no like in-game reason yet, which is the added life support to your workspace. But I guess, but
Life support.
technically nobody's like talked to my character about needing that, so I don't think I'm gonna pick that out.
Well, I mean, it says you can work on people. That doesn't necessarily mean like it's something you've added to your workspace.
Yeah, I don't know if my character would do that though, like on their own.
Okay.
I don't know if they're interested in like opening up people.
That's up to you. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to pick right now. You could think about it over the weekend.
Oh yeah, I can also get a move for another playbook. Okay.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the get 2 options to your workspace. I really want to get a relic of the Golden Age past, but I want to find it in game first. So I'll probably
Yeah.
move from another playbook. I'll just look through those.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, we can do that at the beginning of next session if you want to take the week to sort of think about what you might want to take.
I'll probably decide like in a bit. I'm just looking through
Yeah.
the basic rep book.
Billy, have you leveled up? Yeah.
No, Billy
man.
has not rolled anything.
Okay.
Actually, no. I rolled something, but it wasn't my stat.
Damn.
I do know that if Billy dies, I already have so many concepts for other fucking like stupid characters. But
It's just
Meanwhile,
we just haven't given you enough. Like, there hasn't been enough opportunity
No,
for
no,
you
no.
to aggro
No,
and kill a
I
bunch
don't-
of people yet.
I honestly don't care. Billy gets so much screen time being whatever the fuck he is. That's just yeah. I don't care about level ups.
Fine.
Well,
so you will.
meanwhile, with Midnight,
How-
it's just like, here, roll hot, roll hot, roll hot, roll hot.
Yeah.
How many attacks did you make last time? Because those would count, right?
Yeah, you should have. But I don't think you level. I don't.
I don't think he did any
Who?
attacks.
No, you did. You did. Billy definitely
Billy
did.
did attack.
Oh,
I-
oh, yeah, I attacked twice. I
Yeah,
did
it's-
mark my attacks. I have 2 XP.
Yeah.
But that's it. But yeah.
What was
Billy
your
has been just a passive, obstacle for the party by being who he is. My marked stats are cool and hard.
Yeah. And we haven't. Yeah.
I rolled
We just-
hard twice last time, and today I rolled sharp. That's
Yeah.
it.
We just had like the situations haven't been tense enough to really like give you a
Oh,
character moments to
They're
shine.
all good.
But
I feel like Billy shined enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things are gonna get tense. Don't worry. I'm gonna be turning up the heat for sure.
Shit.
Can I hold on? DM or what's
Yeah.
like this game's? Oh, Keeper of Ceremonies. That's right.
Yeah, MC, Master of Ceremonies, whatever.
So I was looking at driver moves because I realized that's actually kind of perfect for my character to just have
Yeah,
a
you-
driver move.
Yeah.
And I noticed that my other car is a tank.
yes, that means you get an extra vehicle basically.
Oh, that's an extra vehicle. Okay, I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
but
can I count-
it doesn't augment your vehicle. It means you get another vehicle. on
Okay.
your
I want to get that, but I also want like an in-game reason to get it. Oh well, I'll probably do like combat driver.
Like I said,
Alright. Go ahead.
I mean, like I say, take the week to think about it. Like you don't have to choose right now. Don't
Oh,
feel
sure.
pressured. It's fine.
Not gonna lie, all the time that Midnight was in talks with Matt, I was imagining what would have happened if, for some fucked up reason, you'd send Billy in.
There was no
Hell-
way in hell, Billy.
I
would
mean,
go
yeah,
out.
absolutely. There's no reason like anyone with any semblance of intelligence would send Billy in. But
We'd
if
be at
Billy
war with
was-
Matt right now.
No, Smash would
no.
just think we didn't do anything.
I
I
don't
would just think we're all idiots.
yeah.
Smatt probably already thinks we're idiots, to be fair, 'cause he's an asshole. But you know,
Honestly, and also I was going to ask Annie, since she was the driver, I was going to ask her what was her thoughts on the Dino Riders to see if it's like a driver thing or like.
oh, my like hate
That's
of
great.
the
Yeah,
of
yeah,
people
yeah.
riding dinosaurs. That's fair.
I'm sorry, I didn't give you a chance to ask that. That would
She left.
It's honor. It's a matter of honor.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, do you want to do history now and decide who you got to know the best?
Yeah.
I'm picking Granny, and then I gotta go.
Okay.
Is that like oh that's the thing we do you at the start of the session every time again?
We were
Oh,
supposed to do it at the end of the session.
Yeah, it's supposed
Yeah.
to be the end of the session, but we keep doing
We
it at the
kept
beginning.
doing it.
It's just
Yeah.
like, forgot. Oh, we didn't have time at the end of sessions.
I'll give it to midnight. You know, after that talk at the very end.
Yeah. Nice.